so we can have
Ron blessed us. Ron blessed us by not showing up and letting me and Mars host the episode.
Is that what he did, Mars?
Is
that what he did, Mars?
Episode 100, he wanted to give the fans W host. So I think that's the best thing he's ever done. But little does everyone know, Ron took till literally the time the show was meant to start to actually send the link to everyone. So he was still being an hour host just behind.
By the way, I thought something was wrong with my equipment. I was like, yo,
I was trying to get me and Dub were trying to get people to send the link because we can't message in the group chat. So we were trying to get people to send the link and nothing was happening. So I was about to have to message everyone privately the link, just like
chill. So and for everyone in the chat, we have two group chats, right? We have the community chat that you guys can be a part of, and then the main panel chat. But that chat is only like the admins are allowed to send things. So I thought Ron, him not being here, I thought he was just going to send him or JD the link to you guys to show up. But we're messaging these guys at like 10:55, 10:57. Yo, are you guys going to send the link or no? This man Ron sends the link at 11 o'clock.
Literally
on
the dot.
Yeah, Ron.
Don't start at 11 o'clock. And he's trying
to make me and Mars look bad. That's what it is. He's trying to make us look bad.
Me being the snitch I am about to let that slide. So that was gonna get exposed.
Mars, you a scumbag. Let's make sure
that was gonna get exposed.
Long as we know what the deal is with Mars. Yeah, Mars definitely a scumbag. He's gonna put that out there.
Shout out to Anestius for becoming a member, by the way. Shout out to him. Thank you.
Word. No doubt.
Dub, do you want me to start the show with a super chat?
Yeah, might as well. Let's get right.
There we go. Pimp named Slipback. He said, so now Dame's camp is saying he won't report to camp if he goes anywhere but Miami.
Yes, he will.
This is worse than Harden in a fat suit.
That's crazy. For name time. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Because what we're not going to do is we're not going to act like, if you rewind the clock back, 365 days last summer, KD demanded to be traded. Did he get traded last summer? No, he did not get traded. Did he show up to camp? Because he was under contract for 3 more years, he absolutely showed up.
Yeah, but he ain't had no chill. He ain't had no leverage, chill. He ain't had
what
no
kind of leverage does Damian Lillard have? First of all,
the leverage. He trying to create. Hold on, chill. He trying to create leverage by sitting here saying that if any team that trades for me other than Miami Heat, I'm not going to report there and play for their team. That's what leverage he's trying to create.
But here's my logic. Just hear me out. If Portland are in a rebuild and Damian Lillard says he's not going to play, would that not just benefit Portland's rebuild?
That's a good thing for them.
They don't need to trade him.
Right.
If Damian Lillard doesn't play, he doesn't help them win games. They don't want to win games because they want to have a high pick. So Dame can stay on the roster and not play, and Portland are like, okay, like that doesn't bother us. Scoot can just develop. Like, so who's put Dame gaining
leverage? And he's still getting paid too, Mars. Exactly. And he's still getting paid.
So by the way, Dame doesn't gain leverage by saying he's going to sit out because Portland would probably rather him not play because they want to lose games. So
I don't think this is true. I think it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. I don't think it's true at all. But for the slight chance, the off chance that it is true, the off chance that he really is talking about, if I go anywhere by Miami and not play, let me just say this is very disgusting of Damian Lillard. Like I read that and I was like, yo, he has every right to request a trade. He has every right to demand a trade. He has every right to force his way out of Portland. But to say if I don't go to Miami specifically, oh yeah, I'm not gonna report training camp. Not going to play. I don't want to be anywhere else. If you go to the Boston Celtics, buddy, you better show up to training camp. I don't know why we're not playing for Boston. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Oh, go ahead, Dama.
I was going to say, if you show up to any other contending team, I get it. If you end up in Indiana, I'll sit out too. I understand. I don't want to just play for anybody. But if you go somewhere that is contending, why are we sitting out? Just because it's not Miami? You love Jimmy Butler that much?
He just wants to go on Miami, bro. He wants to be part of that Heat culture. You feel me, Damo? But that's the one thing where I do agree with taking on. You can't support stuff like that, right? Especially when you're a guy who's been for your whole entire career not ducking the grind, but embracing the grind and not trying to stack decks and teams and making fun of other guys for doing it. But then here you go around literally saying the only team I want to be a part of is the Miami Heat, the team that just went to the finals. And I'm just going to throw a pout if I get shown up to any other team. That's weird. Not gonna lie, that's weird and inconsistent.
Dub, if he doesn't say anything, right? If he just requests to be traded and now it's amicable, but he ends up getting traded to Miami, what's the logic on him?
Nobody said it's just because he's not doing any of this. I don't think a lot of people are gonna look at him crazy. It's just a coincidence. He didn't make any he didn't try to hold Portland hostage or try to take away their leverage or didn't say anything to try to make himself to go to Miami. They'll just be like, oh, okay, Dame so happened to be on Miami. Right. But because he's doing all of this, it's a bad look. It's a really bad look.
So the other question that needs to be answered is he actually doing this? Because I haven't heard Damian Lillard say a word about this. I haven't heard Damian Lillard say, I'm not showing up to camp if I get traded to Minnesota. I'm not showing up to camp. Boston already said that they're out. Boston made it clear that they're out. They're not interested anymore. But with that being said, he hasn't said anything. This is all through third party. This is all through agents. This is not him saying any of this. So what I don't want to do.
His agent is his representative.
It is his
agent calling. That's in his agent. His agent, your agent do talk for you. I mean, his agent, they say his agent is calling teams telling them, you better not trade for Dame Dollar. I mean, they went on, the reporter went on the Chris Broussard and Rob Parker show the other night and said that Dame is not going to report if they trade him to any other team. He told him, he said, I'm giving y'all a warning now. His agent is calling teams telling them this, and then his agent is demanding that they have a meeting at Summer League where they have sit down and force a trade to happen, that they need to get a trade to Miami. This is sickening, bro. Like, this is my thing, right? If you go back and listen to Dame's interview, Stephen A. Snitch asked him, like, if Dame knew this whole, like, this didn't happen yesterday. This just didn't happen yesterday where, you know, everything fell apart. This still no. I'm talking about the team.
Right.
Let's be honest. If y'all say they hadn't had a championship roster, it's been that way for the last 3 years, at least. So why did he sign the Supermax extension? He told Stephen A. Smith on ESPN when Stephen A. Smith asked him, why don't you opt out and leave? He said, I don't want to. I want the money. I like my situation. I'm comfortable with my family here. I'm comfortable in my situation. Why go somewhere else and I don't have it like I got it here? He said, because it ain't going to always work out for me. He said, because if I go somewhere else and it falls apart, then, you know, I wasted my time and I lost my career. He said he didn't want to end up like Russ did with the Lakers. So that's he took the money. Once you sign that extension, now you are, that's what I hate about people say, oh, when Portland owe him nothing. No, he owes Portland to fulfill his contract. That's the one thing we always praise LeBron about. He fulfilled his contract. He never asked for trades. But we're going to give Dame Dollar a pass for asking for trade. Even when y'all said LeBron had bad teams, did he ask for trades?
Never.
Did he ask for trades? Or did he play out his contract? So now we're gonna say, hey, Dame, oh, we're going to give you praise for asking out. When he signed the deal, he the one that signed a deal with no trade clause. He signed a deal with no opt-out. He signed that deal because he wanted that money. The interview was on ESPN. So when you look at it like this, in the whole grand scheme of things, man, Dame brought this on himself. He knew the team was going nowhere.
He did.
He knew that. You understand what I'm saying? He knew they wasn't going to get the pieces. He signed for that. He signed for that money. So once you did that, dog, listen, now all of a sudden in 1 week, you want the team to make all these moves in 1 week? You literally said 1 week. Well, nah, I'm going to see what y'all do. And then 1 week later, nah, trade me out of here. That's impossible in the NBA. And we all know that, bro. The bottom line is Dame been wanting to go. He never knew how to say it, was fake about it, and made it seem like he wasn't ducking the grind. And then when it got frustrating to him, he got his money, which he wanted, and then he left. That's what he did. He got, because remember, Portland was the only team that could have paid him the most money. But he didn't want to look like he was ducking at that time, because when his money came up, he got smoked by Steph Curry again. So the year after that, you getting paid. So you just got smoked by Steph Curry again. You don't want to look like, yeah, I want to get out of here now. No, you got smoked by Steph Curry again. So what did he do? He opted to get his money there. Now that he got his money, now this has been his plan the whole time. Now I'm going to ask out and leave because I got my money. I got my years on my deal, and he don't want to be somewhere he don't want to be. Listen to what he said. If it's all about winning, why wouldn't you mind if they get you to a winning situation? No, he want to be in Florida where there's no state tax. He want to look at all the things they're saying. He don't want to live in Boston. It's about living and where you want. Man, this dude's a joke, man. Like I said before, bro, it's a clown show. And anybody that take up for this is hypocrites, because the one thing they always said to me about LeBron James is that LeBron never demanded a trade, regardless of his situation.
He never did.
He played out his contract. He played out his contract. Then he left. This dude is asking for a trade. Remember, they killed AD. We killed Kawhi. I mean, we killed Kawhi. We killed Kyrie. We killed all these other dudes that asked out with years on their deal. James Harden, we killed them with years on his deal. The NBA made rules to stop this, and these dudes don't care. They're still doing it. So what are we?
Well, here's the thing, though, and everything that you just said is legit. But the question that I have is, what's wrong with? I can appreciate you getting paid, but you can't have it both ways. That's the problem that I'm having. I can appreciate you getting paid and getting as much money as you possibly can, but there's a reason why they got a salary cap. And when you get it, and when you salary cap a team, when you take all the money, you basically clamp this team. And you clamp other teams too, who also have high paid guys on their crew. So when a guy like Damian Lillard, who I'm never going to be against the guy getting paid, never going to be against the guy getting paid at all. But it's two different things. This is what I mean when I say you double talking, because you want to get paid, but you also want this crew to be built around you in a championship way. Well, you can't have it that way.
But hold on, chill. Is that a problem though?
Yeah, it is,
because I've seen players that get that contract and they still build comparable pieces around.
No, but Luke, that's a problem. Luke, that's a problem because of the market. Hold on.
NBA Finals. We seen that with Steph Curry. When Steph Curry got his extension, he was one of the highest paid players in the league. The Golden State Warriors still built a cohesive defensive unit, great unit around them to contend for championships, bro.
Right.
You
see, so why can't Damian Lillard have the same thing? You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Yeah. I'm about to get him, Damo. Here's the difference. It's two different things. First of all, you got two different levels of ownership. Like, for example, we all know that the Clippers owner got more money than everybody else in the league. So he could be willing to spend. He could be willing to spend. Right. He could be willing to spend way more money than anybody else. We know that Golden State Warriors came out and said they was printing money. So the Portland Trailblazers, their franchise may not be as rich as that franchise, the Golden State Warriors, or guys like the Clippers who have been number one in the league in salary.
So it's the ownership problem.
Now remember, hold on.
So
you basically saying it's the ownership problem.
Hold on. What I'm saying is this: when you get those smaller teams like that in the smaller markets, let's take a perfect example of Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was with the San Antonio Spurs, who was a storied franchise that always won chips. But what did Tim Duncan do to keep that team competitive?
Less money.
He was taking pay cuts. But I'm not telling no other player to take a pay cut.
No. But hold on, but Mookie. But what I'm saying to you is that Dollar wasn't doing that. Dollar wanted all his money, and he was saying.
So you recommended Damian Lillard to take a pay cut,
Hold on, but Mook. Here's my point to you. This is going to destroy everything anybody can say. Why wasn't Dame saying this 3 or 4 years ago when he was in a dead smack of his prime, when he was getting walked down in the playoffs? Why wasn't he putting this type of pressure on the organization to get better? Why wait till year 11 when there's no more hope in anybody's mind to do this? Why not do this in year 8?
So Damian Lillard
Why not do this in year 9?
Hold on. Damian Lillard.
Because he went on national TV and told Stephen A. Smith the year before last when he signed that extension, when Stephen A. asked him, why have you signed this extension? Why won't you leave like the other stars did? They can't build a championship contender around you. And Dame said, and I quote, because I don't care about winning championships. I'm not going to sell my soul to go win a championship with a different team. I'm not going to go team up with other stars just to win a championship. I can get my money, be here, take care of my family, live good. The community appreciates me. Why go somewhere else and it not work out? I don't want to go team up and join up with other stars just to win. I'd rather lose here than do that. That's what he said. So then that's the mindset. That's the mindset that the Portland Trailblazers are on. Okay, cool. So now the whole point is this. Why wait till year 11? Why not do this in year 9? Why not do this in year 8? Why not do this in year 10?
Hold on. Hold on. Him saying that don't mean Damian Lillard basically saying that I'm cool with y'all not getting comparable pieces around.
We didn't say that. We said why he didn't put this pressure. Why he didn't put this pressure on them now?
What I'm saying is that right. We have seen superstar players that get their max extension. They get a big contract. Is one of the highest paid players in the league, and the organization still be able to bring pieces around you.
Okay, so let me ask you one question.
For a deep postseason run in the NBA Finals, bro.
Let me ask you one question.
This is the last question, and then we're moving on.
I'm not mad. Hold on, Mars. I'm gonna pick up. Hold on, Mars. I'm gonna pick up. Hey, Dub, watch it. Hey, Dub, I'm gonna shut everything Mookie just said right now. Mookie, let me ask you one question. Do players in the NBA like playing with Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
Okay. Kawhi Leonard went to the Portland Trailblazers, do you think he could get another star to come play with him?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a lying cocksucker. You just yes. Hold on.
No.
Yes. Hold on. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on. Yes, and I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Why?
It has been proven that other stars who players like to play with have been able to get dudes to go to smaller markets to play with them. True or
Like
false?
who? Like who?
Hold on. First of all, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan always had other dudes. Hey, hold on. And let's continue. It's been proven that stars are willing to go to smaller markets. LaMarcus LaMarcus always went from one small market, skipped going to the Lakers, which was a big market, to go to another small market in the Spurs. These are facts. Hold on. Because he wanted to win. So
that's completely different. Hold on. Ticket. No, that logic doesn't work. Ticket. That logic does not work.
Let chill go. Ticket. Let chill go.
No.
Hold on.
That logic doesn't work. The reason why that logic doesn't work, Ticket, is because when LaMarcus Aldridge was in Portland, he didn't come down there to play for less money. They sold him on the Tim Duncan logic.
I didn't say
that's
number
one. They sold him on being the next Tim Duncan. Number two, you told us a couple of days ago, which now your logic doesn't work because you just told us a couple of days ago, Damian Lillard ran him out of there. So that logic doesn't work.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about one example.
I can appreciate what you was talking about, Mook, when you said the guys are able to sign max deals and then get other guys. Now remember, Steph Curry is homegrown, and they got him on the cheap early, right? So they got Steph Curry on the cheap early, and they were able to build that thing with Steph Curry, with Klay Thompson, and with Dre on the cheap. Now remember, they own Steph Curry bird rights. So with them owning his bird rights, they could go over the cap. But when you're talking about the Portland Trailblazers, we don't have competent enough front office where even with Damian Lillard taking all the money, they still not building a unit around him. Even with him taking all the money.
So hold on, chill. Did I ask this question? Chill.
My point was,
can one person talk at a time, please?
My point is this. If you're a great player, other great players want to go play with you. For example, Paul George was willing to go to Cleveland. The problem was LeBron James wasn't staying in Cleveland. He said he wasn't committing to Cleveland longer than that 1 year he had left. That's why Paul George asked that deal and didn't end up going to Cleveland. He wanted to go to Cleveland, but he had to make sure LeBron was going to stay in Cleveland to go. Also, you've had other situations. My whole point is this, bro. We seen KD go to a small market. We seen him go to the Golden State Warriors because of what they was doing over there. And he went over to a market that was smaller. You understand what I'm saying? That in the market that he was in. Because honestly, the Oakland is a smaller market than Oklahoma City.
The Bay Area is the fourth largest market in professional sports.
I'm talking about Oakland. I ain't talking about California. I'm talking about Oakland in itself.
We're talking about California. We're talking about the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland. We're talking about San Jose.
Okay. Well, hold on. If you want to stay, hold on. I'll give you that. Hold on.
Especially at that time, Curry and Klay and them, that was an all-time high for the Golden State Warriors market.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, cool. You want to say it like that? Cool, no problem. But my whole point is this: they've proven that they can go get stars and pull them in that market in Portland. They've done it their whole time while they've been there, whether it's been through the draft, through trade, or through free agency, all the way up until Dame came. And I'm going to tell you why. I think Dame got a bad rap because of how he played. I don't think guys like playing with dudes that come down, that play the way Dame play, but it's not conducive to winning. See, when you playing with Steph, you know the ball going to move because of how their offense is played. But when you play with Dame, I've seen guys run away from playing with guys like Dame. You understand what I'm saying? They'd rather go play with guys like LeBron who gonna come off the rock. They'd rather play with guys like KD who don't need 25 shots a game to be effective. They'd rather play with other guys. You never seen, hey, I want to go play with Bradley Beal who's over there shooting 25 shots a game to get 30 points. No. So my whole point is this, bro. I think as well that guys didn't want to go play with Dame because I think that regardless, I think if LeBron James in his prime went through the Portland Trailblazers, I think he could have got another superstar to go play with him. I think Dame didn't do that because of his game. That's what I think.
Got you. Hold on. No.
We have to move on. We've spoken about Dame for 6 hours this week.
Dama, do you have anything to say before we continue?
No, I was going to ask him a question, bro, right quick, bro.
I was just going to say, Mookie, you might want to do your fact check the things you're saying about players getting super maxes and be able to be like have players signed around them, that's not true. All the players from this finals up until just 2020, I just did short research. The last finals these couple years, no player that's won the finals signed their super max at the time, like the season before they got there. All of them, all of them either made the finals and then signed their super max extensions or whatever it was. Or Jokic is the only exception. He signed it last season and it kicked in this year, but they still were able to move and get other guys around him before that money kicked in. Steph Curry, like I said before, that's an outlier, and that's because they already had their foundation set. They had Clay, they had Draymond, they had the role players, plenty of role players. So he was the exception. He could sign for $50 million, and you still have competent players around him because they're a dynasty. They're a modern dynasty that works for them. Everybody else, you can't sign guys for $25, $50 million and still build around them. That just doesn't work.
You misused what I was saying. What I'm saying is this, is that even when you look at Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors was literally one of the worst teams in the NBA, what did they do? When Steph Curry was on that extension, when he was on a Supermax contract, when he was one of the highest paid players in the league, and when they were struggling at times, the organization still surrounded Steph Curry with some pieces after that year when they won a championship that year.
Why were they struggling, Mookie?
Injuries in the players that they had.
There you go.
Okay, but hold on. But you're not hearing what I'm saying. Who made the move of them getting Wiggins? Who made the move of getting Otto Porter Jr.?
But that wasn't signing nobody. That was all trades. That was all trades to get people.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. My point. Hold on.
It doesn't matter about how much you sign. If you're going to trade players to be effective. If we're talking about signing guys for money, that will only
signing players
in terms of signing other
signing players and trading for players. The organization was still able to build a championship cohesive roster to make deep postseason runs. When Kawhi Leonard was on his max contract, what did the Clippers do? They surrounded him with a cohesive roster that can contend for championships, but he ended up getting hurt. That's on him. But what I'm saying is this, is that when we look at players from a Kevin Durant, when we look at players from a Giannis Antetokounmpo who was on a max extension at the time, or a max contract at the time when he was playing, they were still able to surround him with cohesive roster and to win a championship, bro.
Giannis didn't sign the max. He didn't sign the Supermax extension until after he won, Mookie.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. When the Miami Heat signed Jimmy Butler, did the Miami Heat build a cohesive roster for Jimmy Butler to make a deep postseason run to the Eastern Conference Finals and Finals?
He signed the extension after he went to the Finals, bro. He signed
but he was on a max contract. He was on a max,
but not a super max. Mookie, do you know the difference between a max and a super?
I didn't. Hold on. Listen, I said max contract. When they on their max contracts, bro, I'm sitting there saying that the organization is surrounding them with cohesive rosters to make a deep postseason run. When we look at Damian Lillard, when Damian Lillard was on a max contract, right? They did not do that. They didn't do that because when they was contending and when Damian Lillard was playing, we put up great production. The Portland Trailblazers had one of the worst defenses in the league.
How they get to the West Finals? How they get to the West Finals?
I'm lying.
In the West,
Giannis signed the year before.
Hold on, Damo. How did they get to the West?
I read that day wrong.
How did they get to the Damo? They got to the West Finals in 2019, right?
They still had their foundation built.
They still had a foundation.
Hold on, Mars. This bozo just said that they wasn't contending.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Let me get this out, Doug. Hold on. Ticket. Did you say last year if Damian Lillard was on the Golden State Warriors, that Damian Lillard would have won the same amount of rings as Steph Curry?
He said he would have.
Hold on. So you basically I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on.
Explain that. Because how you change up your tune from this?
Hold on. Let me answer my question, Lamont. Let me answer your question.
Hey, Mark, stay in the background.
Hold on.
I got you.
Let me answer your question.
I'm the host of the show. I'm actually meant to be in the floor.
Mars, let me answer Lamont Jr. real quick. I see this nigga been on Lamont's sack. First of all, let me answer that real quick.
I don't even fuck with that boy. I don't even know that nigga.
Hold on. If you put Dame Dollar with KD, with Clay, with Dre, with Iggy, and with the crew, if he can't win, then damn it, he need to retire. Period. So that's 2 championships right there.
But you said it last year on my channel. That's why I sat there and said that shit. You said that shit last year on my channel.
Finish, bro. Can I finish my sentence? Dookie?
Go ahead.
Can I finish my sentence?
Go ahead,
so, first of all, we all in this chat room would agree. If you put Dame with KD, with Clay, with Dre, with Iggy and the rest of the crew, he should be able to get those 2 chips too. Right or wrong, y'all?
That's wrong.
Yep.
So now, wrong.
Dame's a loser.
No. I'm saying if you put him with
KD, man, come on, man. Clay and Dre, he ain't losing, Damo. Don't do that.
I can't even talk. I can't talk. I can't even talk. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I can't even talk.
Hey, chill down. Hey, chill down. You replace Kemba Walker with Kyrie Irving on the Cavs. They still get that ring?
No, those two dudes are not. No, that's not what we're doing.
That's
Absolutely not.
That's the gap.
Number one. Damian Lillard is much better than Kemba Walker. Let's start there. All right, let's start.
And
there.
I asked you.
Number two, that Golden State Warrior team with Damian Lillard, whatever deficiencies he has offensively, they make up for him. Whatever he's doing wrong defensively, they make up for him. They can't do that with Kemba Walker because Kemba Walker doesn't give you the production that Damian Lillard gives you. So absolutely not. Those two things are not the same thing. You take Steph off that crew and you put Damian Lillard on that crew. They just win with Steph in more dramatic. They just win with Steph in more convincing fashion. They still win with Dame.
They still win.
Right. That was my point. Hold on. That was my point. And then look, that first year, was hurt. Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt.
They win.
Oh, 2015, they win?
Yes, they win. 2015, they win.
2015, Damian Lillard wasn't that good, but we need to move on because we've been talking about.
What you got, Mars?
First of all, before we get into super chats, let's just shout out all the new members. So we got I Like Burritos. Thank you for becoming a member. Stat Padford. Thank you for becoming a member.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Jersey Love, we appreciate you.
Jersey in the house.
Grantham's Glimpse. Shout out to you. He comes on the footy shows as well. So shout out to Grantham's Glimpse. Keelan Ellison.
Here's the thing about.
Oh my God! Yes, Ticket.
Here's the thing about Mookie. Mookie will sit up here and shit on LeBron James every day. Every day he says LeBron James. So sitting a prime Dame Dollar with Klay Thompson, with a prime Draymond Green, with Barbosa and all them dudes that they had on their team, shouldn't they be able to just beat LeBron by himself in the finals? Yes. Based off Mookie's logic, because Mookie say LeBron James ain't shit. That's what he say every day. So I don't want to hear it. And then let's think about this, right? Here's my last point right here, and I'm gonna leave it alone. My whole point is this. Mookie said they never put contenders around Dame. But if I'm not mistaken, Chilltown, they went to the Western Conference Finals in 2019. They were one of the final 4 teams in the West. They lost to the Golden State Warriors, the team that ended up going and I believe winning the chip that year.
They lost the round.
Okay. Look,
KD and Clay got hurt. Those two got hurt.
That's right. That's when Kawhi won the medical ring. So, but then let's get to this, right?
Won a hospital ring too.
So hold on. So then we're gonna say this, right? So that same year they were the Final Four in the NBA. So, and guess what? Dame played bad in every round except for the first round. That means he had a good enough team around him to help get him through the second round to the Western Conference Final. And then guess what, Chilltown? They were up team in 3 games that series out of the 4 games in those games. And guess what? Dame Lillard played like trash in every one of those games, and they end up getting walked down and lost because Dame didn't get it done.
Mook, don't think I forgot you saying that.
Get this bum off the chat, nigga.
Mook, don't think I forgot you
lose.
Don't think I forgot you, Mook, about you telling us that Steph Curry, if they win the NBA championship, he's the best player of his generation. Don't think I forgot about you saying that. I didn't forget.
Yeah. If you would have won, but I still think that.
And if Grandma had balls, she'd be Grandpa. So.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the everything.
Hey, Mars, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Fookshy for becoming a member. Shout out to you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Orchard for becoming a member. Thank you. Shout out to Wayne Go Crazy for becoming a member.
The membership's coming up today.
Shout out to Terry with 2 dads. Terry with 2 dads actually got a GOAT membership. So shout out to Terry with 2 dads.
Oh, did he? All right, word.
Yeah,
we put that money up. The membership's coming.
Yeah, so shout out to Terry with 2 dads for becoming a GOAT member. J Dot, appreciate you. No Source for Sale, we appreciate you. A lot of memberships today. And the last membership so
That's
far
all ticket right there. Ticket started
There
it.
we go. Thank you, Scott Boldy. And now we can get back into Super Chats.
Uh-huh.
Well asked, by you guys' criteria, are the 05 Suns a super team since they had 3 All-NBA players? And how about 07 when Amari and Nash were both first-team All-NBA and Marion was an All-Star? So,
it's about this. It's about where you at in your career. We're talking about 3 All-Stars in their prime, 3 perennial All-Stars in their prime, perennial All-Stars. So we ain't talking about a fluke All-Star appearance or this, that, or third. We talking about dudes that are the creme de la creme. We talking about top 20 players in the NBA. The Miami Heat would have 3 top 20 players in the league if they get Bam, Dame, and Jimmy. It's simple as that. I mean, we ain't even got to get around it. If you got 3 top 20 players in the league, that's a super team. That's the top 20 players out of how many players is in the league, y'all? Like 570?
I think 439 guys on the 435 guys on the roster.
Okay, so if you got the top 20, if you got 3 of the top 20, you're a super team. If I put any 3 top 20 players on the same team, that's a super team.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be LeBron, AD, whatever, whoever it may be. You know what I'm saying? At that time, Russ first came over there, he was still top 20 in the league. Russ was still top 20. He was probably 20, but he was still top 20 in the league when he came from Washington. He had just taken him to the playoffs and averaged another triple-double.
Right.
So he was still top 20 in the league. He was fringe top 20. He was. I mean, you got to be honest. You couldn't name me 5 point guards better than him at that time.
I have a video of me naming 200 players better than him at that time.
Can we get back to the question? No.
Oh, no, Westbrook.
That's the thing. Can we get back to the question? Were the Suns from 05 to 07, were they a super team in you guys' opinion? With Sean Marion, they had Joe Johnson in 05, Amari Stoudemire.
Now remember who we talking about. Now remember who we talking about, Mars. They got Sean Marion. Where'd they get him? In the draft. They got Amari Stoudemire. They got him in the draft. They got Steve Nash in free agency.
Technically, they got him in the draft and then you got him back.
Hold on, but where they in, Chitchat?
This was in 2000. What year was who? Phoenix in?
Yeah, this is before Joe Johnson started making an All-Star team. This is before that.
Yeah, Joe Johnson was an All-Star yet.
But he was on the crew. They got him in the draft, and he left and went to Atlanta because he wanted to do his own thing. He did.
Right, but he wasn't. He wasn't an All-Star on that team. Phil, he wasn't an All-Star on that team.
Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, and Steve Nash were.
Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, and Steve Nash were. They got Stoudemire in the draft. They got Barbosa in the draft. Right. So that they actually built. They actually built a really good championship unit, and we're not going to act like that was. We're not going to act like, and we're not going to act like that 07 team. Because I hate the term super team, because what it sounds like it's manufactured in a different way, as opposed to them doing it. 90% of that was homegrown. Not only was it homegrown, if we going back to 07, if you guys remember, if Stoudemire doesn't get hurt, I mean not hurt, if he doesn't get suspended, I think they beat San Antonio, and I think Phoenix has a really good shot at winning the NBA championship that year. Really good shot.
I would say I think they're a super team. If you're talking about in 05, we're talking about when they were there 3 All-Stars in that team at that point. In 05,
I think it was
3
06.
All-Stars, 3 All-NBA caliber.
06 Stoudemire was hurt, so 05 and
05 then okay.
05 and 07 is when they had the 3 All-Stars.
Okay, and I would say Joe Johnson, even though he wasn't an All-Star in 05, he still was giving you 17 a game on pretty efficient shooting numbers. I would consider them a super team. I don't think super team, the meaning of it to me, I wouldn't say it's all just manufactured, put together like that. I just think super team means one of the better teams amidst the rest of the league. So the gap between you and the rest of the talent in the league, I would say they were probably one of the more talented teams in the league at that time.
So should we be talking about quote unquote super teams like it's a bad thing, especially when it's manufactured the way Phoenix did it?
I never think that it's a bad thing to talk about a team being a super team.
Right.
I feel like people have that negative connotation to it because of the LeBron era of making them. Everybody just made it a negative thing. Because I don't remember. I was a kid, but I don't remember everybody making the Celtics teaming up and being a super team such a bad thing. People were excited. People were happy to see KG finally get a chance to really compete.
Right.
He was happy to see Ray Allen play meaningful playoff basketball minutes and get rings and challenge the Lakers for real. When the Lakers did what they did to have a good team in the West, it wasn't a super team. It was still a great team. But I don't think a super team should be seen as a negative thing.
Damo, to be honest with you, I was charged when Drex got traded to the Rockets to play with Olajuwon. I was super charged about that. I wasn't like, oh, they built in a super. No, I was excited about that. To see him play with Drex again, to see him play with Olajuwon again, I was excited about that.
When I was young and found out that they had what was it? That Rockets team at one point had Barkley.
But Barkley was over.
Barkley was old, but I still was like,
Barkley,
man,
Scottie Pippen, Olajuwon.
But I'm like, man, there's so many old heads in my opinion. I'm like, yo, so many old heads mad about X, Y, and Z teaming up. I had Barkley, Pippen, and goddamn Akeem on the team. Now, mind you, I didn't realize how far over the hill Barkley was, but still, name value was name value. You can't condemn guys in this era for having name value on teams. And in the 90s, that was still a thing. Like, it was still a thing for players to do that.
Right. Yeah, super teams didn't just start in the last decade.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
We have another super chat here from Org22 Boy. He said, this super chat is for Mars, but I'm going to pose the question to everyone anyway. Rank these players from best to worst. J Kidd, Steve Nash, AI, Zeke, Stockton, Dame, Tony Parker, and Chris Paul. That's about 8 players.
Just ask us who the top 10 point guards are.
Excluding Magic and Curry.
Yeah, this is just the rest of the top 10.
That's all it is.
I'm gonna go Nash, Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, Allen Iverson, Dame, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Tony Parker. That would be my 8. Dub.
I agree with the bottom half you have, but the first 3 I'm gonna change it up a bit because I'll go with CP3, Kidd, Nash, and then I agree with everyone else you said.
Doma.
I'm going Zeke, J Kidd. No, Zeke, CP3, J Kidd. I'll go AI, Nash. I'll go Tony Parker. Then I'll go Stockton. Then I'll go Dame.
Chill.
Zeke, Stockton, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Dame, Tony Parker, Chris Paul.
Whoa, wait. I thought you had John Stockton over Zeke.
That's what I'm at. Yeah, I do. John Stockton over. Switch that around.
You had a Freudian slip. I'm subconsciously you have Zeke over Stockton.
I apologize.
Welcome to the show, Ox. Welcome to the show.
I thought we had CP3 over Zeke too with you.
What's good, y'all?
Well, now CP3's lost. So
you do not have CP3 over Zeke with me.
What?
You did. I do remember that. I do remember that. No, I'm not putting Chris Paul ahead of John Stockton or Isaiah Thomas.
Don't let your bias of me affect.
I'm absolutely.
If he doesn't want to have CP over those guys,
no, I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. It was a good argument though, Dub. It was It was really good logic, but no.
I could try to. Let me see real quick. I think I'll go J Kidd, Zeke, Stockton. AI, Dame, Nash, CP3, Tony Parker.
There we go. There you go. Or you got a list from 4 people instead of 1. So thank you for the super chat. Drip Bayless asked Ticket, can we agree that Shiloh's take on Denver being a dynasty isn't crazy? You got Joker as a top 10 center and you have Murray over Penny. So
how is that a dynasty and they only won 1 chip? A dynasty. See, that's why Shiloh should never be on. He should never be allowed on any basketball platform ever again. You gonna call a team that won 1 chip a dynasty, bro? When you talk about dynasty, bro, you got to win multiple championships. No, nigga, ain't no potential. Ain't no potential. None of that, bro. You got to do it first. We ain't talking about potential dynasty, nigga. I got to see you win more than 1. Period. Because guess what? If it's a dynasty, we would automatically be picking them hands down to win a chip next year. But you got dudes coming in here talking about the Boston Celtics is the favorites next year. So how is that a dynasty, nigga? Don't never bring Shiloh up and talk basketball ever again. That nigga make my brain cell hurt.
When we talk about dynasties, quote unquote, like when the Lakers when they had Kobe and Shaq when they won it that first year, I felt like these dudes gonna be around for a long time. I feel like Denver is gonna be around for a while. I can't say that they the favorites to win it though, because I see the other teams in the league that not only are getting better, but I think that they could really the other teams could really challenge them. I didn't feel like that with Kobe and Shaq. I felt like it's going to be them, and it's going to be a whole lot of other teams trying to get to them. That's what same thing like with the Bulls when they won it in '91. I felt like Jordan and Pippen and Holt Grant. I thought them dudes were going to be around for a long time. I just felt like this is the new team that's going to take over the league. I just don't feel like that with Denver. I feel like we're definitely in more of a parity sort of league before we were in the past. More than we were in the 90s, more than we were in the 2000s, or even in the 2010s. I think it's a lot more parity today.
Hey, but chill time, because I saw on I think it was All the Smoke, they were asking people what do you think about that late 80s Pistons team? They got two rings. Were they a dynasty?
3 straight finals appearances.
And they should have won it. They should have won it 3 years in a row. To be honest with you, they had the Lakers beaten 88, and
but
they got robbed
in 89.
Right, they got robbed in 88.
And Bird got hurt in 89 too.
Right.
So I think 2's fair for them.
But what it did, I'm not gonna say dynasty, Big Ox, but what I am gonna say is them winning it in back-to-back seasons legitimized them. Like we were not a fluke. We were the real deal. But I will put something on your mind. How about this, Big Ox? Since 1987, when the Lakers won it in back-to-back seasons, do you know from 1987 to 1998, when the Bulls won it, every team won the NBA championship in back-to-back years.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Detroit, then Chicago, then Houston, then okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was that 1 year of the Spurs, and then the Lakers.
That was it. And then the Lakers ran off a couple more.
So yeah.
I have a question though. And my question is, can any team that only had back-to-back like chips or like not 3 chips in 4 year span, like will they ever be considered a dynasty? Like the Miami Heat, for example. Was the Miami Heat a dynasty for you guys?
I think it has to be sustained. I think it has to be sustained success to be considered a dynasty. A 2 year run. I don't really consider that a dynasty.
I think so. I mean, they went to the finals 4 times straight. 1, 2 out of 4. I consider that a dynasty.
But they was in a weak Eastern Conference, so
I don't care about none of that, bro.
They barely.
You play who's in front of you.
I look at a dynasty for like the Spurs, the Lakers, the Boston Celtics. Those teams are dynasties, bro. Especially if we're looking at the Lakers and the Boston. So those are dynasty, consistent winning consistency, bro, for long periods of time, dominating that generation. But you're winning in your team success and producing great defensive units and great offensive units as well. Like those are dynasties, bro. When we look at the Miami Heat, yeah, they was great, but it was not longer. It was not long as the other teams were. Bro.
So Mook, rewind the clock back to you talk about the Lakers in the 80s. So when the Lakers were dominating the Western Conference, which according to you, the Western Conference was strong. I just want you to know that the Phoenix Suns, I believe it was in 81. I believe they made the playoffs. I think they made the playoffs. I think they were 6 games under 500 the year that they made the playoffs. If you fast forward the clock, I think in 85, I think the San Antonio Spurs, I think they was 10 games under 500 and they made the playoffs. Then they did it again. And I believe in 88, I think they was like 12 games under 500. This is what was going on in the Western Conference. So when you talk about the Eastern Conference being weak and the Miami Heat not being a dynasty, you got to use that same energy with the Lakers too.
Yeah,
because the Western Conference was not. Because the Western Conference was.
Hold on. But chill. This is the thing. The Lakers was consistent winning. They won in the 80s. They won in 82. They won in 85. They won in 87, 88. This is consistent winning for the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. I can't say the same thing for the Miami Heat with LeBron James and D Wade because yes, they beat the Thunder and they beat the Spurs, but then after that, they lost to that in an embarrassing fashion, and then that was it. That was it. So you know what I'm saying? Just them winning 2 championships, it's not enough for me to call it the dynasty. When we look at the San Antonio Spurs, look at how they was able to win, bro. And we look at the 99, they beat the New York Knicks, right? And we're looking at in the 2003, look at 2003 where they was able to win, and then 2005, 07, then able to win in 2014. That's the dynasty consistently. It just you need consistent for me.
That's fair.
I don't connect 2014 to the dynasty. To me, that's too far removed from 07. I think the dynasty ended.
It was 7 years removed.
Yeah,
from
that's a separate entity in my opinion.
But with that being said, Mars and Mook, to your point, if you're gonna use winning, you got to take out how they got there because you brought up how they got there. The Miami Heat were in a weak Eastern Conference. Well, the Lakers, that Western Conference was not a nightmare like the Eastern Conference was. So you got to take that out then and just stick to win.
And they got embarrassed by the Sixers too. They got embarrassed by the Sixers and the Rockets.
They didn't get embarrassed. Don't just leave it there, dog. Yeah, make sure we clear on that. I want to make sure that we clear on that.
Why would he say the conference was weak when they was playing all the strong teams in the playoffs?
Who was playing all the strong teams in the playoffs?
Wasn't Miami playing all the strong teams in the playoffs?
I don't get
the thing is since the conference
Celtics,
was weak,
Bulls,
those strong teams weren't so strong.
Indiana was good.
Atlanta.
I just want to throw out there.
Now, Mook, I want you to because this is something that we need to talk about, Mook. You talk about Atlanta. You talk about Atlanta like Atlanta was weak. Just so you know, Atlanta was 14 games over 500 against the Western Conference.
That was not a championship.
They only lost.
That was in Cleveland. That was Cleveland.
And it was in Cleveland.
Miami,
That's what we brought up.
That was not even connected to Miami.
It's not. But he brought up the Atlanta Hawks as being weak. Just so you know, Cleveland's the only team they lost to. They ain't losing to nobody else.
So
they served everybody else.
So them beating the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, you putting stock in that?
No, the 2013 Bucks were not good.
No. Monte Ellis, Brandon Jenkins, and Mike Dellavedova. Like you putting stock in that still?
I mean, I can say the same.
That's
thing.
good. That's a good.
I can say the same thing about the Lakers in '87, beating the San Antonio Spurs with no George Gervin, with a really bad San Antonio Spurs team that was at the bottom of the Western Conference. So you just talked about in 2013, that San Antonio Spurs team. I think they won 27 games that year and made the playoffs.
Hey, Chill, what about the 2013 Bulls with Jimmy Butler, Nate Robinson, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah? What about that? Do you think you put stock in that?
You mean Joakim Noah, who's the defensive player of the year that year? You mean?
Did we ever look at the Bulls where we can look at like they can mess with
you know why we didn't look at them like that, Mo? You know why we didn't look at them like that? Because the Miami Heat had LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. That's why we didn't look at them like that.
No, we didn't look at that because they was not even close. They didn't come
right. And why weren't they close?
Because they was not good enough. They was not good enough. They was not good enough.
And Dwayne Wade.
No, it's not because of that. Because hold on. Because when we look at the Indiana Pacers didn't come close to the Miami Heat in talent, but they able to push that team to 7 games and was this close to knocking off the Miami Heat, bro, in 2012 to 2013. But when we looking at the Chicago Bulls, we never look at the team where I can sit there and say we can push the Miami Heat to the brink of elimination and they have a chance of knocking LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh out. We never looked at that. We never look at that team like that, bro. That's just show you that the conference was just this week.
Yeah, the conference wasn't necessarily strong, but I mean, there's many times where a conference hasn't been strong and the team's still been a dynasty. I think that's the point Chill's getting at. Like, you can be a dynasty when.
Do you look at the Miami Heat as a dynasty?
No, I said I don't because I don't see a sustained level of success. 4 years to me wouldn't make a team a dynasty with only 2 rings. That's my reasoning. But the conference being weak, I mean, because the Lakers had a weak conference, but they at least rattled off 5 in 9 years. So I'm at least like, okay, they had more sustained success. That's my reasoning for them being a dynasty. But Domo, you had something you wanted to get off?
I was just gonna say, I can't consider anybody a dynasty that wasn't consistently winning or dominant for less than half a decade. It got to be at least over half a decade for me to say you're a dynasty. I feel like that dynasty where it gets thrown around way too loose and easy. Like I feel like you have to earn it and actually show that you're a dynasty. Real dynasties are a sustained level of success. The Spurs take about you said you don't consider the 2014 team.
Yeah, 2014 is too far removed for me to consider.
Only reason why I would is because they still had sustained level of success in the regular season. I want to say there was the longest tenure team of winning. What was it, 55 to 60 wins? Like
they were consistent, like
20 straight years. They was in the playoffs. 20 straight years.
So even that itself, when you have teams that still ain't seen the playoffs since I was born. That would still add to the fact that you're a dynasty, in my opinion. I get it; they didn't win the championships, but still, there is still some value to be had if you're a high-level regular season team.
I agree.
I mean, postseason runs.
And by the way, Mars,
I kind of agree with Mars because
they
was 7 years removed, and if you look at, how they was able to translate in the postseason, it was not nowhere near to where they was winning championships and they was dominating this one. So I can see that. I can see that logic. But when we're looking at from the Spurs from 99 and look at it from what they was doing in 2003 and 05 and 07, I look at that one as the peak of the powers of their prime as a dynasty. So yeah, I can kind of agree with that because they were a long years removed. When they won championships in the early 2000s, they was long years removed. So
I agree. I think it goes both ways. But go ahead.
I have a question for Damo. Oh, my bad, Joe.
Really quickly, Mars. Just so you know, I mean, the year before that, they were in the NBA championship.
They were in the finals and lost in Game 7. Yes,
and I believe 2 years before that, they were in the Western Conference Championship.
That's true.
So I mean, and I believe they got knocked out in the first round in 2010, but they were in the Western Conference Championship, I believe, 4 times from 2000, not 4, 3 times from 2010 to 2014. They were in the West Finals and an NBA championship twice. So. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mars. They didn't win the NBA championship from 2007 until 2014. That's 7 years, but they still were playing at a championship level.
Yeah, they were. They were like a 50-win team basically every year. So, I mean, yeah, I can see both sides. It's like they were still having high levels of success in the regular season, and they were still making deep postseason runs, especially in the 2010s. But then I also see 2007 to 2014 is kind of a long way away between rings to really consider that added on to the dynasty. So I go both ways. But Dub, you had a question for Doma?
Doma, do you consider the Kobe Shaq Lakers a dynasty?
The Kobe Shaq Lakers by themselves?
Because you said it had to be longer than
half
5
a decade.
years.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. The second season,
wow.
No, I wouldn't.
Wow.
Very much. I feel like I'm with Damo. It was a run. Now the Lakers from 2000 to 2010 or 2000 to 2010, that was a dynasty. 100%.
Yes.
They made the NBA finals 4 times in 5 years.
Yeah, not only did they make the finals, they won it 3. They won it 3 times. All right, so that's a run.
And had one of the most dominant postseasons in history.
100%.
That's fine.
Now,
still a great run.
Now, when you talk about when you talk about the Lakers in the 80s with that same crew, with Jabal, with Magic, with James Worthy, with Byron Scott, they went on that run from 80, I believe it was 83 to 89. I mean, they were in the finals. I believe Magic was in the finals 9 times in 12 years. So, with that being said, that run is a little bit different as opposed to what Shaq and Kobe did. I mean, that dynasty was a little bit different as opposed to what Shaq and Kobe did individually. That was a run. Now, when you're talking about the Lakers from 2000 to 2010, I think that's a dynasty because you're talking about 7 trips to the NBA Finals in 9 years, winning it 5. The Lakers as an organization during that time, I think, was a dynasty. And I think Shaq and Kobe were a part of that run to being a dynasty.
It's hard to see a 3-peat as not a dynastic team. Like for me, like if you 3-peat, I would consider you a dynasty, but I understand it wasn't as sustained as like the Spurs or Chicago or the Lakers with Magic or Bill Russell Celtics, which is the epitome of a dynasty. I understand it, but if you rather 3 straight,
if we have to put dynasties in tier lists, we're already doing too much. If we have to be like, okay, this is a tier 2 dynasty, we're doing too much at that point. Like it's a run. They had a great run. It was an amazing run.
Question. So the Golden State Warriors, like that was just a run. It wasn't a dynasty.
Yes, that was just a run. You know why that was just a run? Because before they won that first round playoff series in I believe it was 2013 or 2014, they had won 1 playoff series in 27 years. That was a run that they had. That's not a dynasty. A dynasty is an organization that has a history of sustained success. Not the Golden State Warriors. They hadn't been in the NBA Finals.
Hold on. Golden State got to be a dynasty. Golden State got to be a dynasty.
I just want to understand. So what if you start the history? Like the Spurs didn't have a history of sustained success before Tim Duncan. He set that foundation.
Correct.
Could we argue that Steph, Clay, and Dre have set the foundation of Golden State? So it'd be unfair to hold them to the standard of previous eras when the team wasn't that good. But
that logic would work. That logic would work, Mars, if Tim Duncan wasn't on the crew for 20 straight years and they made the playoffs for 20 straight years. That logic would work if there was other people who came in and continued on that legacy, as opposed to a guy in Tim Duncan who was around for the entire thing. Now, when you're talking about the Golden State Warriors, now if Steph and Clay are starting Steph, Clay, and Dre, if they start in the dynasty, I could get with that, but they're on that run right now.
4 championships,
I don't
7 seasons ago.
6 finals appearances in 8 years.
I'm gonna say I think the Warriors are a modern day dynasty. They're dynasty. In this era, you're not seeing you're seeing a lot of player movement, and a lot of teams are not having that longevity. They would qualify as a team that's been over half a decade of consistent success, excellent dominance, all that. So I would say the Warriors are a dynasty. If they're starting a dynasty,
one playoff series against the Western Conference.
The Warriors are a dynasty. I said it earlier this show. The Warriors are they're the modern era dynasty. They're this era dynasty.
But then I don't get how the Lakers being the first, being the second team, because the Bulls did it twice. I think they're the second team to have a 3-peat. And one of 2 teams to do so in the modern era. Because did the Boston Celtics have a 3-peat? I don't remember.
No.
Bill Bird's
in the modern era.
No,
not Bird Celtics. I'm talking about Bill Russell.
Yeah, they did it.
8 in a row. 8 in a row. 8 in a row.
Holy shit.
They nearly did a triple 3-peat.
So they did theirs. So they were the third team to do a 3-peat with 5 years of dominating, going to the finals 4 times, and then they lost in 2003 to the team that won the NBA championship. It's like. And then you had 2 fucking guys dropping 30 next to each other, bro. It's like I don't understand how the Lakers not a dynasty, and then for Chilltown to say like the Golden State Warriors not a dynasty with they made the finals for I think 5 straight years.
Yeah, they were. They were. And when I think about it like that, yeah, they were in the NBA championship 5 straight years and won it 3 times. Now when I think about it like that, yeah.
And then on top of that, they had 2 years. They had 2 years where they was
when I think about it,
of the league, bro. They had 2 years where they was at the bottom of the league, and the fact that they regrouped, everybody got healthy, and they added some pieces and won the championship again. Bro, that's dynasty right there.
Yeah, that kind of cemented it to me.
What I'm getting confused is I'm getting run and dynasty confused, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about teams that are around for a long time, and like you just mentioned, Moss, these guys being a part of the beginning of this. So are they on a run to creating a dynasty? Well, wait a minute. You could be on a run to creating a dynasty and have a dynasty in the process of that. And I think that's kind of what's going on right now with the Golden State Warriors. I think that they won the NBA championship 4 times in 6 appearances, something like that.
Yeah, they won 4 out of 6.
Yeah, won 4 out of 6. 6
out of 8.
I think I think what you're getting
and in the NBA championship 6 times in 8 trips. I mean, 6 times in 8 years. That's the same thing what the Lakers was doing 7 times in 9 years. Yeah, that's correct.
I think you get confused as like the organization, right? Like you're rating the organization as a whole rather than like that run that dynasty run that they were going on together,
right?
Because I mean, you're not wrong. You're saying the Golden State Warriors before those guys, like they weren't great until like the last time Rick Barry when he was on that unit and like so it's like I get that point, but as a dynasty and them jump starting the Golden State Warriors franchise, I mean, yeah, bro.
Now, if we don't see anything from these dudes, like when Steph, Dre, and Clay are gone, and they go back to obscurity, does this minimize what they did, or was that just a run?
I think that would make it more impressive to see that Golden State is so dependent on those 3 guys, that core, that before them and after them, it's just been mediocre. That would really elevate what those 3 did and really amplify that. Golden State isn't this first-class organization that people made them out to be. They just had these 3 transcendent guys all on the roster at the same time.
I'm telling y'all dudes, and Ticket don't want to hear this, they building a statue of Draymond Green outside the arena. I promise you that. They're going to build a statue of Draymond Green outside the arena. He's getting one.
I disagree with Mars just said. I think he said something like, I thought Golden State always had talent. They've always been able to get good talent. They just haven't been able to put it together all the time, whether it's coaching, whether it's whatever else it is, but they've always had the talent. If you go back to
Ticket, I agree, but I think that wouldn't the fact that they've had talent, but they haven't been able to put it together. But then with Steph, Clay, and Dre, they put it together to have 6 finals appearances in 8 years. After the fact, when those guys are all gone, wouldn't that really like put them in higher regard that Golden State have always had talent, but these were the only guys who were able to really elevate the franchise?
Let's be honest. You got to look at coaching too. I mean, first of all,
Steve Kerr too, yeah.
For the coaching too, because like, here's the thing, right? Personnel, the coaching was big because I still think Mark Jackson would have got it done with that team. They had progressed every single year. And then if you give him KD, he's going to win anyways. I don't care if you put him or Steve Kerr over there. So when you get KD, that just tipped the scales for those years that he was over there, But for me, when you look back at the old days for the Golden State Warriors, even before Steph and Clay came over there, bro, them dudes were stacked on talent. They just didn't have coaching. You had dudes choking the coach, PJ Carlesimo, Spreewell, all these guys. They had Weber over there.
Owens.
Bro, them dudes were stacked, bro. They had great talent over there. They had Monta Ellis at his prime, at his peak over there with Nelly Ball. They had the whole Nelly Ball era where they were good, but, I thought that if Nelly would have focused more on defense, they would have been way better than what they were. So for me, and then going back before then, Chris Mullin days, all those guys, Chilltown know this. Like the Warriors have always had players. To me, it's been more so the coaching of the organizations. Because I think like a lot of people say coaching is overrated. I disagree with that. I think coaching is big. I think coaching is what won Kobe and Shaq those championships. Without Phil, with if it was just what you call it over there before Phil, what's
Dale Harris.
Yeah, Dale Harris, they wouldn't have won. They would not have won any of those championships with Dale Harris, in my opinion, even with Kobe and Shaq. So I think, like I said, with the Warriors,
that's really the only thing they did. Ticket was they made one change in addition to Glenn Rice for Eddie Jones, which I hated that trade to this day. I hated to see Eddie Jones go. All they did was change the coach. Dale Harris out, Phil Jackson in.
Right, no doubt, and
and they run 3 straight.
My whole feel on it is that they just had bad coaching situations over there that didn't take. Same thing with, you can say this with Dame. I thought Dame's situation in Portland, I thought that he didn't have the right defense. I didn't think Terry Stotts was a good coach defensively. for them to get over the hump. He's a good offensive coach, but defensively, he wasn't going to get you where you wanted to go because he didn't focus on that the way he should. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine Mars today? Because Ticket brought up the Golden State Warriors having talent and the way that they were running that organization. Can you imagine the number 1 overall pick in Wembanyama winning Rookie of the Year, and him and Pop not getting along, and they trade Wemba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they did to Chris Webber in '94. That's what they did to Chris Webber in '94.
You know what career ended up looking like? He was a monster everywhere he
went.
Like,
what?
Right.
Somebody needed to be fired for that.
Right. So you think about that. They had all those guys. And then C Webb, he ended up going to the conference finals when he went back with the Kings. That was a little later on. But, I mean, to me, you got to look at those moves, too. I think that some of those moves, as far as the coaching is concerned, like, I think Mars will believe this, too. The Bucks would have 3 championships right now, maybe, if Budenholzer wasn't the coach. Literally, they'd have 3 championships.
I think Mars quietly loves Bud. I think he loves Coach Bud. I do.
You think he loves Coach Bud?
He ain't coaching my team, so, I mean, I'm grateful for that. But, I mean...
I'm sorry, Dub, as you would say.
Yeah, I think Celtics would have been the champion if they didn't have Joe Mazzulla, so that could be a clip.
Yeah, I think coaching is very important. People do underrate it. But Chill, I actually have a question for you from Distro Kid Music. At what point in Jordan's career were people putting him in the GOAT conversation? Was it after the first 3-peat, and who was considered the GOAT before him?
It was Jabbar before him, and when he started winning, that's when the conversation got louder. He was already on his way in terms of a talent that, this guy is the next guy to be the best ever. But when they first won that championship with the Lakers, when they beat the Lakers, that's when the conversation started getting louder. And then when he won it, that's when the conversation started. And then when he won it in back-to-back seasons, when they beat the Trailblazers and how he dominated, the conversation got even louder after that. And then when they won it the third time, like that's when everybody just started saying, this dude is the best ever.
Was he your GOAT at that point?
Yes.
He could have never came back, and he was the greatest player of all time.
That's how I felt at that time. Jordan, again, y'all dudes know how I feel about James. At that time, Michael Jordan was the best. I had never seen anything like this dude, and I was a huge Doc fan. I was a huge Jabbar fan, a big man fan. But to see Jordan do what he was doing, I was convinced I was never going to see nothing like this dude ever again in my life. I was sick when he retired. And by the way, Mars, just so you know, when he announced his retirement, he didn't announce it today. Just so you know, training camp starts in a week, and he is announcing that he quit. Today is Friday. Training camp starts Tuesday. He gets in front of the mic. I don't want to play no more.
So the Bulls thought he was coming back, and he just.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you.
That was it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you, but I'm gonna say this one thing: you haven't seen anything like Mike since, and for you to say that you have is utterly ridiculous because again, you've never seen Mike lose 6.
We see Kobe.
We're not getting into another GOAT debate.
I didn't say. Hold on, take it. I could not.
Mars.
Kobe was more athletic.
I could not see. Just because I didn't see anything like Jordan ever again, that doesn't mean that somebody wasn't better.
No.
So
I'm saying, hold on.
Hold on. Who's better?
No, we're not having another GOAT debate. We're not doing it.
Mars, come on, bro. I mean, let us have.
Let him go. Let him go for a second. Go ahead.
Ticket can go, but we are not having a GOAT debate.
No, I'm saying we got time, young fella. We got time. Sit down, relax. Put get your cup of tea and just chill for a second. Chill town. So let's get to this real quick. When you look at Jay dominated pretty much in every aspect of the game. Mm-hmm. Every aspect of the game. He was a guy that had no weaknesses. It was nothing that you was gonna sit out there and say, "I'm taking this away from Jay," and it's gonna destroy their team. Mm-hmm. The guy you say is the GOAT, you can do that too. The guy you say is the GOAT, we never seen a NBA playoff or final series where they said we're gonna back off Michael Jordan and make him shoot the ball, and that's how we're gonna win a series. We never seen that with we never seen that with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. We saw that with LeBron James.
Yeah, they just forced him left.
We never seen teams force Michael Jordan to go make free throws to win games in big situations. You know why? Because they knew he was knocking that shit down. We seen him do it with LeBron.
He missed a free throw at the end of the game in 1986 when he had 6.
And left wide open.
Talking about NBA Finals game on the line. When you ever seen a team run up and say, "Yo, we fouled Mike to make him make the free throws to win the game"?
He just gets taken out.
When we see teams go under the pick and let let Michael Jordan shoot open perimeter.
That's fact.
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up, Mo. Can you tell us since you said teams go underneath screens to let James shoot? Who's the all-time leading scorer in playoff history?
What that's supposed to mean?
That means that you. So what you're basically saying is that we'll eat his production. Well, sure, I'll knock this down all night. It wasn't like he was missing.
All you bitching because that's the only argument you have over LeBron over MJ.
What argument
is that fake longevity, right? That's what y'all got, right?
I hate to hear this. This is the worst logic that I know. You hold on, Mook, because there is nowhere in no sport, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey. There's nowhere we condemn somebody for doing something great for a long time. Nowhere do we do that.
But chill.
Nowhere.
Hold on, chill. What I'm saying is
the minute we talking about,
chill.
I'm sorry, Mook.
When we saying LeBron James, right? And your only rebuttal is to say who's the all-time leader in playoff points. That don't matter when we talk about the flaws in LeBron James' game. LeBron James was not even confident in his own ability to shoot open perimeter jump shots early in his career. He wasn't. He even sat there and said that in Miami. When LeBron James improved as a jump shooter, as a guy that can hit mid-range jump shots at a consistent rate, he did not have that ability earlier in his career. That's why teams took away the lanes. That's why the San Antonio Spurs proudly got him paid because they wanted to expose his flaw. We look at Michael Jordan.
Jordan didn't have no flaws early in his game.
We look at Michael Jordan.
No, hold on. So you saying that Jordan had no flaws early in his game? That's what you're saying.
Hold on. You said what?
So Jordan didn't have no flaws early in his game.
He did. Everybody has flaws, but the thing is that the flaws.
So what are you arguing?
Hold on. But the flaws that was exposed in LeBron James' game specifically, bro, lost them series. In the series against the goddamn San Antonio Spurs, his ability to not hit outside jump shots,
at 22 years old,
outside the restricted area, lost them the serious chill tell. And you talk about how this is
even though
he's the all-time leader in the points and stuff like that. That doesn't matter when we talk about the early.
Why doesn't it? What? So here's my issue with that logic. The reason why it does matter is because he improved on it, and not only did he improve on it, it helped them win. So if you're talking about Michael Jordan, his flaws early, he improved on those, and those flaws helped Jay win. So James, those flaws that he had, so teams are going under screens early. Well, James is now able to knock down the long ball. James is now able to knock down the mid-range shot. That helped them win.
Does that explain why LeBron James outside the restricted area is a career whopping 35% outside the restricted area?
What is that? No, that doesn't explain that. But you know what it does explain? It explains why I believe he's called LeBronto. Because he put a fall-away jump shot in his game and they couldn't do anything with it.
I'm not
because
saying
when he's playing against the Atlanta Hawks and now they're going under screens and he's knocking down mid-range shots.
I'm not saying
that's exactly what you're saying.
Hold on, Mookie, because Ticket was the one that started this. So I want to hear what Ticket has to say because Ticket had an ether for Chilltown. So go ahead, Ticket.
Go ahead, Ticket.
Yeah,
finish it off, bro.
I mean, Chilltown's easy to beat once again. And I mean, you can. I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So when I get on this chunk right here, it's gonna be easy work, Bob. Bob, you watch how I do this to this dude straight up, and we need to be doing this on the Bob. You understand what I'm saying? Midnight, all night shift while I'm out here, goddamn, dropping the people's elbow on this chunk. Real town now, real town. Once again, even though Michael Jordan was losing those playoff series early, nobody pointed and said he was the reason why they lost. We can point to multiple series where we pointed at Jordan. I mean, excuse me, at LeBron James and said that's the reason why he lost. We can point to Kobe and say he's the main reason probably why they lost to Detroit. We can never do that to Michael Jeffrey Jordan because even when he did lose to the Boston Celtics super team, he went out in a blaze. He went out balling. You know what I'm saying? Off the injury. All those other series, you can go down and look down the line. He balled out. He did his job. You can say, oh, well, his teammates didn't do enough, but you can never say he didn't do enough. So if he had a little individual flaw here or there in his game, it was never the reason why he lost. James was the reason why they lost in 2007. He was the reason why they lost.
No, he was. Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
No,
he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Listen, chill. He was a pup in 11. He was a puppy in 07. But you don't get no excuses for that. Because when how old was Mike?
How old was Mike when
he came in the league?
He was 21.
Right. So he was 22 in the league too. In the playoffs, serving dudes, not folding under the playoff pressure. He was serving. So my whole point to you is this.
So was James.
I'm gonna leave it to you at this though. Chilltown. I do give you credit for LeBron's longevity. I think that is great that he's been able to play that long and do that. That shows something to his discipline, his ability to improve his game, his ability to change and adapt to a different style. But here's my last point on this. When you a guy like Mike and you did more in less time, I don't want to hear about, oh, well, he played longer, so that made it, you know what I'm saying? No. Mike did more in less time, and LeBron still ain't broke some of this guy's records. So that right there should let you know what the deal is, sir. Adios.
Hey, Ticket, but when you speak about that longevity, do you think like the enhancements, like, you know, stuff?
Hey, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. We're not doing that part.
Don't rub your eyes.
No, we don't need.
We're not doing it. Damo, I know chill time. This is chill with Damo.
Don't rub your eyes, Damo. Wash your ass. Don't rub your eyes. Wash your ass.
I am showered. My teeth are brushed. I did everything I needed to do before I got here. My ass is washed. My ass is washed. This is crazy.
Damo, I see you rubbing your eyes, Damo.
I'm sitting here.
This is wow.
I'm sitting here listening to the Jordan, the ball-headed menace and LeBron convo, and I told myself years ago, I'm just not. This convo is pointless to have with people who aren't trying to have their minds changed. It's just trying to prove that your stance on the case is right. Listen. Two things can be true at once. Jordan was the GOAT for his time. Bron is the GOAT for our time. It's fine. I don't even get the fact of comparing two players who aren't alike at all. I compare LeBron to Magic Johnson. He is an extension of what Magic Johnson was, the evolution of Magic Johnson. You know who you should compare Michael Jordan to? Kobe Bryant. That's the comparison. That's the argument. Kobe and Jordan. I don't have the conversation about LeBron and Jordan because it's pointless. There's nothing I can say to change your mind about how you view that ball-headed menace that overcharges for the same shoes that came out 12, 15, 20, 35 years ago. I can't change your mind. I can't.
Damo, I want to ask you one question.
Please.
Outside of, Carmelo Anthony, who did LeBron James stop from winning rings? What superstars did he stop from winning rings? Because when you look at Mike,
DeMar DeRozan,
Tim Duncan,
DeMar DeRozan,
Tim Duncan,
question, Damo.
Kevin Durant.
When you look at Mike, there's a whole era of superstars that he stopped from winning rings. Everybody in LeBron James rings, they just ran a train and got anything they wanted. Choo-choo.
No, they didn't.
No,
the only guy that was actually able to go out and win, only guy that was able to go out and get multiple rings while LeBron was in the league. And let's not act like, okay, so Magic and Bird, they didn't win while Jordan was in the league. So we're just gonna throw them out of there. Every guy that won post 84 to when Michael won in 90, whatever, they just never, like, no guys won while Jordan was in the league. That's fine. We got that clear. That's fine. There's been single seasons where a guy will win. Fine, cool. The only guy that's been able to win multiple rings under LeBron's watch or tenure has been Stephen Curry, who is an all-time great player.
Kevin Durant,
Steph Curry,
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo. What are we talking about, bro?
Mookie.
What are we talking about, Mookie?
Hold on.
You just said Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard,
let him finish.
Kevin Durant, no, he's lying. Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, multiple people, bro. Tim Duncan, what are we talking? Giannis Antetokounmpo got a ring. The slow Jokic that y'all sit here and said defensive liability.
I'm glad you brought that up, Mook. I'm glad you brought that up, Mook, because you said Kawhi Leonard. Did he beat Kawhi Leonard?
He beat him, but did Kawhi win 2 rings in his watch?
Whoa. Did he?
Hold on. Did Kawhi beat him? Did Kawhi beat him?
I'm not done.
Did Kawhi beat him?
He's not done. Hold on. He's not done.
He got you right there, boo.
Did he beat Kevin Durant?
What that's supposed to mean?
Did he beat Tim Duncan?
I got a question.
Yes. But what's your point? What's your point? Are you getting
Damo next.
Hold on. Chill.
Go, Damo. Damo, you gotta go.
What point are you getting at? Hold on. Hold on. Chill. What point are you getting at? The point I'm saying. I'm not saying LeBron James.
You ask Chill what point he's making, and then
hold on. The point. Hold on.
Let Chill answer the question you asked.
You hold on.
Let me say. Hold on.
You're muted. Chill. Answer the question.
Man, look. Kawhi shot.
No.
Kawhi.
Hold on, Miles.
Go
ahead.
No, Chill. Answer the question that he asked you.
Bro,
what point were you making?
Me, bro. Stop muting me, bro.
The question that if I'm not mistaken, this is what we was talking about. We were talking about all of these guys who ate on LeBron James's watch. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard.
My question to you was, who did LeBron James? Which superstar did he stop from getting rings?
Right. That was it. Who did he beat?
Yeah. We can't get further, Chitchat.
Right.
But your answer was beautiful.
I'm sorry.
You hit that nigga with a body shot with that Kawhi.
Did he not beat him? Yes. Did he not beat Kevin Durant? Yes. Did he not beat Tim Duncan? Yes. So he did stop. Did he not beat Steph Curry? Yes. So he beat all of these.
The only guy that beat him that he didn't beat was Dirk. That was it.
No. My point to you, Chitchat, my point to you was this. My whole point to you was that Jordan stopped dudes and they never won rings in his era. Like he had multiple superstars that he just stopped from winning rings. They never won rings. Now some of them did, but I'm saying he had more than what LeBron had. Like even though LeBron beat those guys still won rings on his watch. It was guys that couldn't get a ring on Jordan's watch, so he just blocked from getting rings. So that was my whole
right. There were guys. There were guys.
Had on Mookie, that was gold. That Kawhi shit. That was gold, my nigga. Hey, Mookie.
James Harden and Westbrook.
James Harden, Westbrook.
James Harden, Westbrook. They're superstars who don't have rings under LeBron's tenure, right? Or are we going to say there's caveats to that?
Jimmy Butler.
You're right. No,
doesn't have a ring under LeBron's tenure, and we're considering. Well, y'all consider him a superstar. That's
right. No, I get.
I know you're feeling like.
Ticket's point is there is superstars that haven't won on LeBron's watch, but there's more with MJ. That's Ticket's point. But
that's fine.
I think we've had a great MJ and LeBron discussion.
Get moved back up here.
He left.
I was gonna bring him back up, but he left.
Mookie did.
That man Chilltown blew Mookie off the screen. God, dog.
Okay, so back to the super chats. We do need to actually get into the title at some point, but I want to read super chats.
Oh, we got an hour and a half.
Yeah, you guys paid money, so I'm gonna prioritize you guys over Victor Wembanyama.
We don't never get into the titles, Mark.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yes, we did. We talked about Keegan Murray yesterday for 20 minutes. That was
okay, but look, Chilton, that's like. We might do it maybe 30% of the time. 30% of the time.
But now we
then talk about the fact that we're only 20 minutes.
We got you.
So you're thinking about what the panel does with an L host. Now we have double hosts, so we're gonna get
right. Now we did a Dame discussion for like 20 minutes. Then LeBron discussion for like 15 minutes.
We don't need to.
You know,
yesterday at this timestamp, 1 hour 16, we were still talking about Dame. Yesterday.
Yeah.
We moved that on.
We talked about dynasties. Hey, we've been doing a lot.
That's what we do.
Let's keep it rolling.
So now let's get into drink more water.
Sound like we rolling over here. That's what it's
rolling. Drink More Water said it's been quiet on the James Harden trade front in comparison to Dame. Are the LA Clippers still the front runners? And if not, where would Harden fit best?
Philly. He going back to Philly.
I was just saying, Ticket just took the words right out of my mouth.
They're not stupid, man. Listen. Chill. Philly hit him with the 44 special. You understand what I'm saying? They hit him with a 45 fake, nigga. Period. They said, look, you know what I'm saying? You opt in, we'll trade you. Then he opt in. Now come on over here and let's go to this party on the 4th. You kick it with us. We're going to talk you back into coming back on that 1-year deal. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it seem like ain't no other deals for you. And at the end of the day, you'll be here opening night. And they would have won because they didn't pay him long term. They got him to opt in on lower money than what he wanted. And they'll lose again. And he'll be off their hands next year scotch free.
Ticket that's everything he said. That's what I was about to say.
Easy work.
Yeah, I think we can all. He's probably going to go back to Philly.
That's what I was about to say.
This super chat from Best Plug actually does address the title in some capacity. He asked for the panel's thoughts on the Wemby and Britney issue. You guys have any thoughts on that?
That is the most 2023 headline I've ever seen in my life. I don't think anyone should condemn Victor Wembanyama for not knowing who Britney Spears is. If she walked up on me and tapped me on the shoulder, my security's going to backhand her.
But hold on. Stop right there.
Free Britney.
No. Stop right there. If you walk up on her,
free Britney.
Say, hey, Britney,
same thing.
They'll beat you down. Call the police. How the police beat you down, and you'll be in jail right now trying to get a bail and trying to get a fine.
I ain't talking about this situation right now. I don't know what happened. You know, she probably shouldn't have done that. But overall, free Britney.
Okay, first of all, Big Ox. Let's get to the.
I'm talking about her personal life situation, everything with her father and all that.
So we know how big a deal Britney Spears is. She know how big a deal she is. She shouldn't be walking up on dude like that. She know better.
if I mean, yeah, but most of the people like most of the older generation, they would have knew who she was. I understand Victor Wembanyama not knowing who she is in his security. I completely understand. I don't see nothing wrong with the situation. I'm not saying they were in the wrong. She better announce herself.
Victor didn't even look back. Like he didn't even know. Like as far as he knows, it's a stranger. Like he didn't look back.
Nah, for sure. That was crazy. I'm just saying overall, free Britney. That's all I'm saying.
She milking this shit now. She milking this. She's smart. She get the most publicity she don't had in goddamn 20 years.
I mean, Britney not hurting for no money. Her status still fat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna admit something to y'all. I went back at 2:00 in the morning looking at some of her goddamn songs last.
Now you want to find out who you want to know who she is. Yeah, now you want to know because she got backhanded. She got backhanded.
Hey, chill. Look, 2:00 in the morning last night.
Let me listen to this shit again. I haven't heard it in a while.
I'm Britney Spears. I'm like,
at 2:00 in the morning, like who is this chick? And the only reason why I'm doing this because somebody backhanded her ass.
Man. It's funny though because like you haven't been treated like a regular for so long, and now you got some regular treatment where it's like now you're like, oh my god, it's such a big deal. Like,
kind of corny, huh? Like, it's kind of corny, right? It's kind of.
But Dub, I'm saying like have y'all been seeing what's been going on in her life for the past decade, right? Like she's been controlled, you know what I'm saying, through her father, all that. You know, Britney kind of lost it a little while back. You know what I'm saying? But they've been for almost over a decade, bro. They've been treating her like she's not competent to run her own businesses, her own situation. Might be rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? But this situation, you know, it's a wild situation. You know, she for sure shouldn't be walking up on people right now. It's not 2003 no more.
It's
you know
not, yo.
If it was Haley, we got to rumble. If it was Haley, we got to rumble. Okay, you ain't doing it to Haley. We got to rumble with Haley. You know what I'm saying? But Britney, I ain't see it.
This guy is crazy.
We got Haley back.
About Haley, we gonna be out here drop kicking the bouncers.
That's facts. We had to make sure we know we protect the ladies. You understand what I'm saying?
No doubt.
If that's Haley,
we also have a new addition. We can't name any names. We've got a new addition that we got to look out for as well. We all know about that in the background. So. They know their name. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate all the work you do.
Was frying Dub ass.
Who?
Oh, like last week in the chat.
Yeah, I was getting cooked. It was crazy. You seen that?
No, we talking about the same thing, right?
Yes, we are.
I don't think we are.
Oh my!
Oh well, shit. I don't know.
L communication.
L host too. L host. Let's go, Mark.
Yeah.
Me.
L host Dub, not me. L host Dub.
When it's going the other way, host. That's when you're supposed to step in.
Exactly.
Wow.
Focus. Let's get into some super chats again.
Here we go.
We're not gonna stay on this for too long because it's about Dame. So John Wick 1 GM said if Dame asked for a trade earlier, he could have gone to Phoenix for CP3.
Really?
I highly doubt Portland would have done that. Just that's all I'm gonna say on that. I highly doubt Portland would have done that.
Yeah, they're not.
NP13 with another super chat regarding Dame. All this from Dame for him to go to Miami and fold in the second round as usual. He's going to gut the team, and then a year or two later, we'll hear that he doesn't have a supporting cast to support him when he's on a supermax.
It is going to ruin his career.
That
if he don't
contract
get it done,
is OD.
Hey, Dub, it's going to ruin his career if he don't get it done.
Yeah, for real. It is. It's going to be even worse. He should have just stayed on Portland if he doesn't get it done.
Get it done, Chilltown.
Because
it's going to ruin his
Marks,
career.
have you seen that contract? Have you seen that contract?
I've seen that contract, and I've seen this super chat from Teddy Hart, which is going to go to the front of the line because it's $100. So shout out to Teddy Hart. MJ dealt with much less help, top 75-ish level, wing competition than the generations after him. Jordan babies that Bron had to face. Clyde, Wilkins, Reggie, and Mitch Rich snubbed versus AI, Kobe, T-Mac, Vince, KD, Melo, Harden, Kawhi, D-Wade, Clay, Pierce, Luka, Tatum, Jimmy Butler, etc.
Hey, Teddy, well, I appreciate the 100. You kind of missed a lot of great.
Cook him, Teddy. Cook him.
You missed Dominique Wilkins, Black Hall of Famer. You missed Gary Payton, Black Hall of Famer. You missed Tim Hardaway and them guys, Black Hall of Famer. You missed Anthony Penny Hardaway, the dude here, all these dudes been in here praising. You missed, hey dog, you got to revise your list, bro.
LeBron went up against Jamal Murray, and Jamal's better than Teddy.
Hold on, no.
What about Larry Bird? You didn't even put Larry Bird on.
Yeah, hold on. I ain't even finished it. You missed a plethora of guys. You ain't put Isaiah. You ain't put Larry. You ain't put all these other guys. So don't cherry pick your list to make it look good in your favor.
No, don't do that. No,
but we do 100% appreciate the super chat, Teddy. Thank you.
Yes, we do 100%. Thank you very much, sir.
That's why you got the civil ticket responding to your super chat. Right. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna come up here and lie, make sure it's with the $100 super chat.
Shout out to 40K because he did that a couple shows back, but LeBron didn't give him a shout out. So
40K.
Hey, look, and you guys naming big men. We're not talking about bigs. We're talking about wings.
Teddy Hart did actually tap back in just to clarify. He said top 75 wings. Got to catch the details. I missed Burdenworthy. So he
missed Dominique.
And Dominique Wilkins, yes. But he's not including point guard. So no Gary Payton, no Magic Johnson, no John Stockton.
Yeah, but he missed three big though. He missed a three.
He did miss
and the dude who led the entire decade in scoring, and Alex English.
That's fact.
He missed that dude. Miss Bernard.
Get your shit together, Teddy.
Come on, B.
Oh no, I mean you could keep whatever shit you have.
Yeah, if you want to just send a super chat for each player that you missed, I mean, I would appreciate it.
I would not sell out Michael Jordan for $100.
You got to put Grant Hill in there too.
Oh, Alex English, Adrian Dantley.
Chris, how nasty would that rivalry have been if Grant Hill didn't get hurt? Grant Hill, Mike. Ooh, because Grant Hill was going at Mike when he came in the league. Grant Hill was going at Mike, dog.
He was. Terry with two dads chimed in. He said, next person that says something close to negative about Paul George, I'm going to be waiting with razors and rubbing alcohol. Okay.
Watch out with that rubbing alcohol, yo.
What positive should we be saying about Paul George, man? Send another super chat and tell us some positives about Paul George.
He's the GOAT. What are we talking about? He's the GOAT.
He's a great player,
right? I'm gonna start putting Paul George into my morning affirmations.
Before his injury, Bob, he was headed on a spectrum of superstar status.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. It's not my fault. The boy want to jump and land on the backdrop.
Apparently, the backdrop was actually too close to the court. Like I didn't even
mean to say it like that. I don't want to make a joke about that. And that shit was crazy.
Hey, Bob, they built that wrong. There was no reason.
Yeah, that was their fault. Like that should never happen.
All I'm saying is like that shit happened. You know, like it was extremely unfortunate, and Paul George was getting busy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if you to say that injury slowed him down, I would have to say that Danny Granger's injury sped him up.
Oh,
that's true. That's true too.
That is a perspective I haven't heard
before.
Drink More Water chimed in. This was just a correct Domo in which he did correct himself. He said Giannis signed December of 2020 Domo before he won. That was right after they got Drew Holiday, if I remember correctly, and then Giannis was quick to sign.
Keep cooking, Marge.
Deemed a Dream 91 said you can't build that cohesive roster. It works because Steph was at the center. If Dame was in Golden State, it wouldn't work. I do believe that the way the Golden State was able to be built is because of Steph's skill set. I don't think Dame has the same skill set. I believe that.
Listen, I disagree because of Dame's ability to shoot the ball too. His ability to shoot that long ball was not as Steph's level, but it's all-time great. I mean, for you to shoot 40 for him to shoot 40% on the threes from where he's shooting from, that's insane, bro. That's insane. He shoot 40 on that for the regular.
And we're talking about.
I agree, but I think but I do think we're I don't want to say misremembering, but Damian Lillard became that, like 2019 onwards, he became that level of shooter.
Steph was already.
We're talking about 2015, swap Dame and Steph. Dame wasn't doing that in 2015.
Well, what Dame was, he was hitting threes at that time. He was, and he did come in the league more advanced than what Curry did. Like when he came in the league, his game was a little more advanced. Curry just passed him quicker. You know what I'm saying? Based off the offenses and the coaches that Curry had, I thought Curry had better coaching than what Dame had. Because remember, Dame came in with Terry Stotts. I definitely thought that Mark Jackson was a way better coach
100%
than Terry Stotts. And then I thought Steve Kerr was a way better coach than what Terry Stotts has been for him. So, I mean, for me personally, I think that if you would have put Dame in Steph's position and he would have came up, I think we would have seen a different type of Dame as far as, especially if he was with Steve Kerr. We would see a more.
They'll put him more on ball. Especially
which is what I think would be great for him. But we'll see if he goes to Miami if that happens.
I totally agree with that.
No source for sale said, hold on.
We're gonna brand that. Believe that.
Yeah, we need to brand that. We need some.
We got copy right there.
These are facts. These are facts.
Because the minute you use it, you're gonna have to write me a check. Hold on. Now I need to hold something. Nah, you ain't just gonna be. Hey, bro, you ain't just gonna be saying hold on, and just for free.
Dude, we got all of YouTube saying that. Hey, chill, listen.
We start trends, man. We start trends.
Chill got a meme going on around YouTube. Let me tell y'all something.
I don't even know it.
Look, they say Chill don't go one episode on PC, whether it's the Chill and Chill show, the Fluent and Chill show, or this show, or whatever show. They said it ain't been one episode. Chill ain't brought up Elijah. They say
that's the meme you're talking about.
They said he's brought up Elijah on in every single show since he's been on. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
We got another one, DJ Khaled in the building.
Yeah, this is how me and
Dubba
Dub host. This is why me and Dubba Dub host. No. Remembering 40 Cal from a few weeks ago, sending out $100 that Ron didn't shout out. We appreciate you, Ron.
Appreciate you, brother.
I told Ron yesterday we don't need him.
I mean, we don't.
Hey, Ron, stay where you at, Ron.
Ron, you on the clock, yo.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
You on the clock, Ron. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I ain't gonna say nothing else, yo. You on the clock. You've gotten summoned to the supervisor's office. There's some paperwork in front of you. You on the clock, brother. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Thank you for your Cal for supporting.
You might be in that trade package with Dame, Ron.
Thank you for all the new members as well. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we will get to you guys, the new members as well. But we do have a super chat from Taquay White, which I wholeheartedly agree with. Can we stop talking about Dame till the trade actually happens?
No, because there's another super chat after yours is talking about him again.
Yeah, that's why we
have Ruger Red. Dame talk every day is too much. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all don't tell ESPN that. They talk about it every single. They gonna talk about it.
But that's why they're here. They're here not watching ESPN because ESPN is trash. This is where it's at. This is where the real stuff is at. Does ESPN answer the viewers' questions?
They keep talking about it though, Mars. Watch. Keep going to the next super chat, Mars.
Yeah, we'll see. Nicholas Arroyo chimed in. How does it feel to know the host will cook all of you guys? Yeah, Dub would cook everyone here. Facts.
You're damn right. Damn right, bro.
iOS Inc. tapped in. Salute to 100 episodes. Continue to make basketball talk fun while creating bonds along the way. Much love, more life.
That's what
we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate everyone who's been here for all 100 episodes, even when it's called the Jason Williams show. We appreciate everyone who's been here the whole time.
That's crazy.
That's what we're doing.
Hopefully, here's to 100 more, 200 more, just to keep going.
I wish I had a bottle. I'll cheers with y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
I only have my water, but Leovold became a member. We appreciate you.
Thanks, brother. No
Zay
doubt.
Rich, thank you for becoming a member. Q, thank you for having a very easy name to pronounce, and thank you for becoming a member.
Thanks, brother.
No source for sale chimes in again. Was the 2014-2015 Atlanta Hawks a super team? He's asking because they had the 4 All-Stars.
Right.
No.
I don't think they were a super team.
We're talking about perennial All-Stars in their prime.
Right.
Like,
Jeff Teague made one. Cal Korver made
players
one.
in the league, basically. You got 3 top 20 players in the league on your team in their prime. That's a super team.
Nobody thought Al Horford was a top 20 player at that time.
Nah, he just made the All-Star team at that time.
Right.
Did they even have a guy that was in the top 10? Because they had
it was Paul Millsap, Al Horford, Cal Korver, and Jeff Teague.
He was not a top 20 player.
They had such a
Schroeder was on that team too, right?
Yes, Dennis Schroeder.
Hey, man. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Hey, salute to all of the subscribers and the members of this. Y'all really stepped up, bro. Like when we had that talk with y'all yesterday, and everybody joined in and started putting up money to pass out for y'all, bro. Y'all stepped up today, bro. I really appreciate, and we all appreciate everybody that's getting the memberships to the channel, man. That really support everything we got going on. We appreciate that. We want y'all to know that. Like, we don't take that for granted. Nor the super chats, nor the support that the channel got going on. We all appreciate that. Everybody that's up here, man. So that's why we come in here every day and get y'all what we get y'all. So we trying to.
Everything is for y'all. You think we want to be up here putting 5 shows a week? Doing 3 shows a week with me and
this was meant to be. Remember, this was meant to be 5 days. I remember because I'm in the comments, guys. 5 days a week. It was 1 hour shows. That's what it was meant to be. The comments were like, "No, we don't need. We need more than 1 hour. We need."
We're here.
So then, guess what? Then the change we made. We went back to the Tuesday evenings. We did the 3 hours on Tuesdays, and then it was 1 hour every day. The people were like, "No, we need this every day, 3 hours," and we gave it 3 hours.
So supply and demand.
We do it for y'all. So we appreciate everything.
We do. And just me, I read all the comments. I read all the advice. We read everything. And we do appreciate you guys who are members, who send super chats, and even the people who just come and just like the videos. We appreciate all you guys. And that's why I'm trying to do my best to read all your super chats and shout out everyone who's a member. We do appreciate all you guys. We have 2,300 people in here. Please like the video. It does help the channel grow.
Bro,
so
y'all go back and watch. Y'all go back and watch guys like me and Chill, me and Mars on episode 1, and look at it now. Bro. That's crazy, bro.
If you was wild, Ticket,
bro. I wasn't. I was keeping it real, bro. I went from being the most hated to everybody say, "Yo, this nigga necessary, man." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like half the comments now. Tickets necessary. Tickets necessary.
I'm an advocate of that. Anybody who hears me will tell you, as much as me and Ticket go at it, I let it be known. Ticket is necessary,
bro. Y'all necessary for me. Man.
Ticket is necessary. That was I just heard something, and I'm sorry to remember the chick that used to play for the University of Tennessee early back in the days. Ticket, Nikki McCray. Yeah, she died.
Oh,
when?
Man.
Yeah, 51 years old. She passed away.
Damn, condolences to her family, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
She was nice too.
She played with Carol Lawson or Shamika Hosler?
No, she was before Shamika, way before Shamika. She was on the Olympic team in '96 with Cheryl Swoops and all of those guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she passed away.
Yeah,
hey, bro, when we get to 1 million subscribers on this channel, which we will, everybody that's been supporting from now, y'all are part of that journey, man. Y'all watching it right here, bro. Y'all are watching it, man. You literally are watching it. So, man, we appreciate all y'all. And we learning y'all's names in the comments. Like, you'll see Chilltown sometimes go at it with some of the guys who send super chats and stuff, but that's because we build a relationship with y'all and we see who y'all are. And you know what I'm saying? We basically be having conversations with y'all every single day on basketball. So it's major, bro.
Yeah, it is.
There's not many channels doing it like us. Respectfully, there's not.
Tyson, I see. You said we doing it for the check, man. I'm not doing it for the check. I'm still an intern, man. I'm still trying to get my paperwork right, man.
Bob, we doing it for the check. I make more money off here than I make on here. We definitely ain't doing it for the check.
I got to jump off early. I got a couple meetings to go to because I still ain't get my $10 Wi-Fi money back. You know what I'm saying?
And he need that too, by the way. He need that.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you how I know Bob and them doing it for the love, bro. When I get up and it's 4:00 in the morning, I woke up at 4:00 in the morning the night before last. I look at my phone and Bob is on live, and I go hop on. I say, yo, these niggas is for real. And I heard Bob say one time, like, yo, y'all really about this stream life? And I said, this boy did a 24-hour stream. He bought that life for real, bro. He about this life for real.
Fox needs some more love for that. 24 hours.
It's another one coming soon, Mars. We're doing it once a month. A viewer appreciation stream. You know what I'm saying? Got love for the subscribers.
You guys need to go subscribe to Ox's channel, man.
Because I went from literally hating you to bro, I hated your ass, bro. I used to hate you. I was like, this little piece of shit right here, bro. I beat his ass. But then once I seen like how dedicated you are, how hard you work, bro, and how serious you are about it. I seen you on here show after show, like putting it down, then coming in after this show, doing another show for 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, bro, this little nigga, he necessary. He in the game for real. So it ended up me hating you to me respecting you, what you bring to the table. I'm still gonna cook your ass, but I respect what y'all dudes doing, man. Real. So
Mars don't work hard. I promise.
You don't work hard? you do a lot of work.
I promise.
Hey, I make it appear like I'm working hard. Really, I'm just sitting back reading some shit.
I promise you. I'm not gonna say that, but he don't work that hard. I promise you.
Hey, man, I'm a hard worker.
Love you, boy. Love you, though, boys. Love you. I gotta keep it real, though.
Discredit my work.
Nah, don't do it.
That's crazy.
Mars can't be the dude that
you said you used to have respect for Ticket until he showed his true color. Ace 30, you were the first one disrespecting me in the comment section. I never said anything negative about you in life. I didn't know who you were until I seen you say something negative about me in the comment section, and then I asked you about it on the stream. So you saying that you used to have respect for me until I showed my true colors. I never did anything wrong to you. You were talking bad about me first, and when I asked you about it, you said because you didn't agree with some of the stuff I was saying on you. So I don't know where that came from. I don't know where the hatred from that came from, my brother. But if I offended you in any way, my brother, I apologize and I ask for that forgiveness, my brother. And I mean that. If I offended you in any way, personally or anything. Now, if it was a basketball take, I don't apologize for what I said as far as basketball. But if I personally offended you, which I did the other day, because I told you some stuff, I apologize for that as a man. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm a bigger man.
Hold on. Ticket. Turn your camera on real quick. Let me make sure this is.
No, that's Ticket. No, no, that's him. That's him. You ain't gotta worry about that.
This is the heartfelt show.
If I turn my camera on, you about to see you about to see something.
All right.
Yeah, you could put goddamn on a peach on that thing and it won't roll off. So yeah,
that's another thing
right there.
And that's another thing that I think a lot of people are coming around. And I guess we're doing this. I'm doing a personal thank you to Ticket. No, he always supporting the people, man. He's supporting the people, supporting us. He's been on Bob's show. He supports Mars and tell people to shout him out. He's been on Chill Show. Been on everyone who's done other things outside of here and show love. And there's big respects for that. Not a lot of people do that. So salute to Ticket. And even for other people, bro, I've seen him put guys on where he'll argue crazy debates, going crazy at them, and he'll give them their own shows on his platform, So, Ticket always a dude that's looking out, bro, always showing love to people. And I don't think he gets a lot of love for that. So for everybody in here, I got to be reminded.
When I do my lives on YouTube, before I had the Chill and Chill show, Ticket would show up to my lives.
Thanks.
And just pop up and we would get it on.
Thanks.
Which made me do that with his show. I was like, yo, he can't just show up to my neighborhood and I'm just gonna not show up to his. Nah, I ain't built like that. If you're gonna come to my court, I gotta come to your court too. So
big facts, man. And guess what? We ain't never complained if we went on the road somewhere and we won or lost. We never complained about the result.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what it is, bro.
That's what it is. If I come into your building and I bust your ass, that's what it is. If you come into my building and you bust my ass, that's what it is.
That's facts, dog. And
that's
like I said, I still got that offer up. I got any amount of money on Mars or Low in the debate, because since all the niggas talking about, they cooking chicken, bro, I got any amount of money of them against you.
Read that, Mars.
Ace30 did time in for Ticket. He said, real talk, I appreciate that, bro. I never had a problem with you or your takes. Just keep it basketball.
No, it's cool. I just see you in the comment section just talking down on me. I ain't understand why. When I can understand if y'all don't like my takes. I understand that. Everybody's gonna say whatever they're gonna say regardless. That's cool. I mean, they talk all this shit about Skip Bayless. You think Skip Bayless care? No, he get paid like $30 million. So why would I care what you say? You know what I'm saying? He follows nobody. But the simple fact that I do respect y'all opinion and I do respect the things y'all say, even if y'all go against me. I didn't understand that part. I can understand if y'all say, Ticket gives bad takes. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Chilltown got the best takes all the time. I don't think Chilltown know the hell he talking about when he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I respect him. I don't think Bob know what the hell he's talking about sometimes. I respect him. And I damn sure don't think that Low or Mars, like I told you, y'all seen what I told Low. You've been doing a whole lot of goddamn capping on here today. But you've been wrong about a lot of shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it is what it is, man.
Low's a fraud.
Low is a
dog, can we put that out there, dog? Can we just put that out there?
Yo, Low not out there. Hey, Low not even here, yo.
Matter of fact, go get. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Low.
What does Low look like without basketball?
Go get Low.
That's
what I want to get. What does Low look like in a debate without his computer and basketball reference?
If you told Low he can't use basketball reference, he probably gets cooked by everyone on the panel.
Oh my god!
It gets a little tricky after that.
You bring those receipts. You bring those receipts, boy.
Oh, get a little tricky.
He get mad. He get mad at everyone else for switching up, but boy,
what you can't do is you cannot show up to a battle round with your book of rhymes. You can't do that. No.
He'll criticize us for getting the year wrong or the stats wrong, but he got the book right there. He using the exact. He going off his brains. He going up the stats.
Word.
Look, we smoking you out, Lo. We smoking you out.
And what we also can't do in the middle of the battle. Hold up, let me go check my rhyme book. No.
Facts.
We'll do this.
Yeah.
We love you, Lo. We love you.
Hey, we're Low down at. Get Low down up here.
Guys, we need Low, but just without
get Low down up here. Low down.
Leave your computer at the
crib. Take your glasses off. That's why. That way we know you can't see nothing.
Anyway, back to
the super chats. Mel said one day you guys will tell the truth about Zeke.
Oh yes, we will. 100% we will tell the truth about Zeke.
What's the truth about Zeke?
He was great.
Yeah, some. I mean, it depends on the regard you hold him.
Said he wasn't great. Who are they talking about?
He's one of the all-time great point guards for sure.
No, I'm saying, but who didn't say? Who in the channel? Who in the world didn't say he wasn't great?
Well, we might need Mel to clarify. Maybe he thinks Zeke isn't that great and that we're the ones lying.
Yeah, clarify that to the dude who sent that super chat. Clarify that, because
Mel, clarify what the truth about Zeke is, and then we can discuss it a bit further.
Right.
Your Highness Charles said, "Can we do an all overrated bucket getters social media team?" My list so far: Cam Thomas, Jordan Poole, Jalen Green, and Bobo so far.
Okay, so Cam Thomas, I'm not feeling the Cam Thomas hate, and the reason why is because he hasn't had an opportunity to just rock. So that stretch where I think he had like 4 straight games where he went like
40.
Yeah, he went like 40. And I was on here telling y'all dudes that I felt like he was rotting away in Brooklyn, right? So he had a bunch of DMPs after that. He is a bucket getter. You talk about bucket getters. Just so you know, when he was in college in the SEC, he led the SEC in scoring. I think he was in the top 5 in the country in scoring. He was the first freshman since Chris Jackson, aka Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, to lead the country in scoring and be in the top 5 in the country in scoring since he did it. So he was a bucket getter coming out of college, and he's that coming into the league. He just hasn't had an opportunity to actually show that he can do that on a consistent basis. So that's not true.
And you guys know my opinion on Jalen Green, so I hate the list. But
are we doing current? Because it seems like that was a current list.
We can do all time if you'd like.
Because I was gonna put like Melo for like that's probably for a lot of you guys would love to Melo. But for current, like we'll have DeMar DeRozan, we'll have Kyle Kuzma.
I don't put Kuz up there, dog. Kuz got a championship, man.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, I'm not gonna
lie. He was the third leading scorer on the Lakers, bro, when they won the chip, bro.
No way.
Hold on. Rewind. What's the problem? Melo, why are you talking about Melo? It's being empty. What's the problem with Melo?
Oh no, I just know the fans would like that. I like Melo, but the fans would.
I mean, Melo is a bucket getter. Like, if you had to describe Melo, it's a bucket getter.
Go back to your Kuzma slander though. He was a third leading scorer on the championship team. That's facts.
It was LeBron.
It was AD, LeBron, and Kuz.
Right.
Who's a bucket getter then? Who's the fake bucket getters? But yeah, Kuzma.
A bucket getter is someone who only scores and brings nothing else to the table.
Right. Who's
the fake bucket getters of the league? Because now this is tough.
Who's actually playing good perimeter defense when they won a chip too? That year they won a chip.
Like Carmelo Anthony is a bucket guy. Like he's on the floor to score the basketball. That's what he's there.
Right. He ain't there for nothing else.
Bradley Beal, man.
Bradley Beal's a fake.
Mars, why your face like that? Because he don't really do nothing else. He don't do much else.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, Bradley Beal. Yeah,
he don't do much else.
Well, he rebounds.
Julius Randle don't even get buckets, so he's just there.
Okay.
He has 19 a game, Mars. Knock it off.
It's not. It's 19 in today's game.
No, they can't. Because if anyone could score, everybody would be scoring 19.
Jordan Clarkson is a bucket guy.
But he's a good one. He's not a fake one.
We said Carmelo, dog.
Jordan Clarkson is like that microwave type of bucket getter, though.
Right.
He's gonna be like that off the bench. That what you call it, like the accelerator, the burst, coming run off 6 and come.
Like a Lou Williams type.
Yeah, for sure.
They just extended him too, by the way. Utah did.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson did just get an extension.
Yeah, they just extended him.
Rich Paul's going crazy with.
I wasn't now the beginning of this season. I wasn't high on Utah. Definitely thought they were tanking, and I think somebody got a good stern talking to from Danny Ainge for not tanking. But anyways, I'm telling y'all, watch out for them this year though.
They're gonna be better next year. They are. They're gonna be better next season. Yes, they are.
I'm feeling Utah.
I do like Taylor Hendricks, so we'll see.
Mars was getting on that train, and I told Mars, listen to me before these doors close. Get off this train because it's gonna crash. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I knew they weren't gonna be good, but they were too good for too long. I was like, maybe they're trying to be good.
Get off this train, Mars. I'm telling you, this train.
I did jump off. And I went straight on the Houston Express.
It was the whole situation was confusing for me with Utah. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all tanking or winning? Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was a bit confused. But Ruger Red chimed in. Where is Gilbert on the list? This is the list without Jason Kidd, AI, Steve Nash, all of those guys. So is Gilbert Arenas better than any of those guys that were on the list?
Hell no.
Gilbert Arenas is not on that list.
So he would be number 9. Ruger
he
Red.
was since we're on that subject, Gil might be a bucket getter. I mean, what else did Gil do? Because Gil wasn't a defender. I mean, he was
definitely wasn't a defender.
He
wasn't.
Yeah, Gil was a bucket guy. He was
a bucket getter, 100%. He wasn't a distributor. Say it again, Ticket.
His job was
right. He was a bucket getter. Yeah, he was definitely.
Yeah, he was definitely a bucket guy. Very good bucket guy, but he was a bucket guy.
Hold on, hey, chill. That's another dude that the Warriors lost.
Yeah, he walked out the front door. He walked right out the front door. Yes, he did.
We're not capable.
For Monte Ellis, I think.
Monte Ellis.
Monte came a few years after. Monte's another bucket guy, by the way. Monte's another.
I love Monte Ellis growing up.
One of the fastest players in the league. He was so fast.
Right,
what's the Mississippi Bullet?
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay played a little bit of defense sometimes.
Yeah, I like Rudy all around.
But Teddy Hart asked about the dynasties. Is a dynasty 2 chips in 4 years, or 3 in 5 years, or does it require a 3-peat, or to be competitive for 20 straight years like the Spurs? Which is it? I think it can be all of the above. Well, not the 2 and 4 years.
Not the 2 and 4.
But I do think there's many different ways to be a dynasty. If it's 20 years of sustained dominance, that could make you a dynasty as long as there's championships. Like the Utah Jazz aren't a dynasty because they didn't win anything. But 20 years of sustained dominance with championships can be a dynasty. A 3-peat can be a dynasty. 3 and 5 years can be a dynasty. Like there's many ways to be a dynasty. It's just about the levels to it.
Right. But winning is sounds like the most important thing.
Yes,
winning
you have to win to be at least in the conversation. There's no dynasty that didn't win.
Right.
Yes. Khalil 2025. Speaking of Boston, fans discredit players running from the grind, but give credit to Garnett's ring. Shaking.
Khalil, this is the worst logic that I've heard today. But give Garnett credit for the ring. So we're just gonna leave out the fact that Kevin Garnett was in Minnesota for 12 years. We're gonna leave that part out, huh? The fact that he was up there for 12 years, and the 1 year that he actually had that 1 year that he actually had a crew around him that was good, because Sam Cassell's the only guy that was on that crew for the entire time that he was in Minnesota that made the All-NBA team. That was the only guy. And they made it out of the first round. That was the only time. Other than then, he had nothing really sustainable. I mean, he had Marbury for those years. Marbury was a pup. Marbury went to Jersey for the bread. He wanted to go back home, and he got paid, right? He had Terrell Brandon, who was still really good, but Terrell Brandon was, Terrell Brandon was probably Kyle Lowry. That's who Terrell Brandon was, except he wasn't the defender that Kyle Lowry was.
They had what's the
Latrell
name?
Latrell Wally
Zerbiak. Yeah, Wally Zerbiak.
They had Wally Zerbiak, and they still weren't able to make it out of the first round. And don't forget to mention that Kevin Garnett did not want to go to Boston because he thought he was in a better situation in Minnesota because they were better than Boston until they got Ray Allen. Before they signed Ray Allen, he was not waiving his no trade clause to go to Boston. What the hell I'm coming here for? We better than them right now.
Right.
I think he said he thought he was going to Phoenix or the Lakers, and then he tried to call Kobe, and then Kobe was in China and didn't pick up. And then Phoenix
was going to try. They were going to trade Amari.
They were going to trade Amari. Yeah, they were going to trade Amari.
So, hey, Khalil, drop your Cash App in the joint. I'm gonna send you that back, bro. We don't want that.
Yeah. No time off backer said Stockton the pass to the post merchant over CP3 is disgusting.
Hey man,
I don't agree with Stockton over Chris Paul, but calling him a pass to the post merchant is also kind of disgusting.
Chris Paul, the State Farm merchant.
Lowe makes those disgusting arguments against what you call it.
Lowe hates Stockton. That is pure hate. Like I think he's slightly overrated, but he just thinks he's trash.
Can we get to the bottom of that, Mars? I just want to make sure we clear on that. Lowe does not like Stockton. Period.
He does not like Stockton. He does not like KD. He does not like who else? That's about it. Those are the top two for me.
Those are the two guys. He has some major agenda. He doesn't like Wilt as well. But Ruger Red asked Chill and Ticket a question. Why did Zeke never make an all-defensive team? Was his defense bad?
Oh, no, Allen Iverson, Chill. Allen Iverson, too. I forgot.
You said
he does.
You said why Zeke never won a defensive all-team. Yeah, he wasn't a great one-on-one defender. He was on a great defensive team. But he
was the worst defender on that team.
Yeah, he was the worst defender. He was just a dude that ordered the hits. That's all.
That's all he was. And on top of that, he was also in an era where there were really good defensive guards. So you had Alvin Robinson, you had Sidney Moncrief, you had Michael Cooper, you had Michael Jordan, right? So you had guys like that. And then you're moving further there. You had John Stockton, you had Jason Kidd, you had Gary Payton, Joe Dumars. So you had a bunch of guards that were awesome defenders. So it was tough for Zeke to crack that. Yeah, that's why I have such a difficult time when I hear the logic of people talking about the great guards during these eras. I'm talking about these guys during this time were lockdown defenders. You know, they made it difficult on guys. You're not at that level. You're not going to stop a guy, but to make it difficult on a guy, these guys did that.
AI wasn't like that great defensively though either. I think he was just
Allen Iverson.
No, Zeke or AI though.
Zeke, my bad.
Yeah, Zeke wasn't a great defender. He was good in like the scheme. Like he had good hands. He could double the post pretty well. Like he was aware. Like he wasn't just a liability, but he wasn't anything special on that side.
He was who Ticket said he was. He was Frank Nitti. He was Al Capone. That's who he was. He ain't the shooter, but he ordering the hits though. That's him.
That's valid. Cozy Newton, thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate you.
My man.
Angie Carr chimed in. Honestly, why is there an asterisk next to the bubble?
That's a good question.
There isn't.
There shouldn't be.
I think people do that just to, like, poke fun at it, but the main thing
you don't count the stats from the bubble.
The main thing with me with the stats from the bubble is kind of ridiculous. So I don't really
why
because AD was like 40%
from
three and stuff. He's like that's not Anthony Davis.
So these guys was just on a crazy tear in the bubble.
TJ Warren.
So like AD was shooting 38 from 3, and then you had Rondo shooting 40.
Right,
like, so that's playoff Rondo. He was just turned up.
Teams can just get hot for a play.
So Dub, so if we doing that, Dub, so do we have to get the erase out and erase what Jimmy Butler did in round 1 against Milwaukee?
When
he averaged 38 against them this season.
It wasn't in the bubble,
but it was an outlier to
It's an outlier. It's an outlier though.
So do you take it with a grain of salt?
Yeah, that's not the real Jimmy Butler. No. I don't think that's the real.
He was ready to put him top 5 though, so I mean,
I was trying. I couldn't do it though. I couldn't do it.
Sell it.
I couldn't do it though. I couldn't. He didn't give me enough evidence. You feel me?
Well,
yeah, I don't think
the bubble was harder.
Because listen, when you think about it, and I'm gonna put something that y'all don't talk about this enough. He does get the most defensive attention on that team. Now we don't, and then he doesn't have like great offensive players around him to offset that attention he gets defensively. So even though he isn't one of the greatest offensive players we've ever seen, nowhere near it, he does get the most attention defensively from every other team. So when you see teams start to bog down on him, game plan for him, push him certain ways, do certain things to him, now you understand what I'm saying? You have a different outlook. You understand? And you say, oh, well, he's not this, but he's always in the Final Four. To me, you're affecting your team and everything else means something too. It ain't always just a scoring. It ain't always it's everything, the intangibles, everything else you bring, your ability to make other guys play better, your ability to galvanize and build other guys up. I believe all that goes into who's the best players in the league. So when they say, oh, he's not top 5, you can say he's not the top 5 talented player in the league. Yeah, he's never been a top 5 talented player in the league, but talent doesn't hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. And Jimmy's always outworked all these guys. And this is something that you can never take away from him. I'm always careful about that when I say that. So when I go into next season, he starts in my top 5. Why? Because he's always in the Final Four. And the guys that we say is top 5, they're not. And they got more help on their team. So why are we giving them more passes when they're supposed to have more skills, more ability, more athleticism, more help, but less results? Meanwhile, Jimmy has less of all those things, but he always gets the best out of his teammates and the most results out of less help and less teammates. We can't keep killing the dude for doing it, and he gets the most attention defensively because he's by far the best offensive player on his team.
He doesn't get more than some of the other players in mentioned like a Luka and KD. Because
no, I said
on one-on-one coverage.
No. I'm saying on his team. Listen, what I'm saying.
Well, we compare him to everyone else. You're not hearing me, bro. You're not hearing me.
Hold on, you're not making it fair.
No. I am making it fair.
They got better help.
Well, we're comparing to other guys. He's facing more defense. He's facing less defensive coverage than like a Jason Tatum.
No, that's not true, bro. Those other guys got more help to free them up.
That's fine, but just because someone has more help doesn't mean that like the defensive scheme is going to be less than that. They were blitzing JT. They were blitzing JT more, putting more double teams on him while Jimmy Butler.
Who's the number one guy that other teams are focused on for the Miami Heat?
You said what?
You heard what I said, John B.
No. What you say?
Who is the guy that the other teams focus on the most when they play Miami?
You're not hearing me, Ticket. Listen.
You're not hearing me.
No. When we are comparing,
maybe you're not hearing each other.
When you're comparing him to like Luka, to LeBron, to KD, to even JT, like offensively, we have to acknowledge. I'm not comparing him on the Miami Heat. We're talking about him comparing the defensive coverage he's getting compared to those guys. So those guys are just getting more attention and better defensive coverage because they're just better offensive players.
No, my point is, this is my point to you, bro.
I hear your
play
point.
With better help, even if you get more attention, you're in a better situation because you got better help. Jimmy Butler has less help. He has less help, right? I want you to think about this. And he gets the most attention on his team. So when you're at a championship level, like the NBA Finals, like the conference finals, teams are putting their game plan around stopping you. These is facts. So when you see Jimmy going to the rack and now them clouding the lane, them having a big step up and cloud the lane and making Jimmy think once he get into the deep into the paint because they know that's his game. Now that's when you have those turnovers like he had in that last game in the playoffs that lost the series. Because now guess what? I'm throwing all types of bodies at you, something that I don't even think about doing this with everybody else on that team because I don't look at them on that level. You see what I'm saying?
How can somebody have less help than somebody else when we talk about the spacing and shit? The way that we beat the Bucks and the way that we beat Boston Celtics, the team was shooting like 40 from 3.
No,
the spacing was clearing up. And then even against the Denver Nuggets, they kept playing drop coverage. And Jimmy Butler had open. Jimmy Butler was dribbling the air out the fucking ball.
No, but here's
looking around where to go instead of taking a shot.
Here's my point to what you gotta understand, young fella. They're getting those shots. They're playing the best that we've ever seen them play with Jimmy. You've never seen them play better than that in their entire careers. You've never seen Caleb Martin. He played on other teams with the Hornets and all these other teams. Didn't play like he played when he played with Jimmy. Same thing with Gabe Vincent. Now, we're going to see what Gabe Vincent like with the Lakers this year. Let's see if he looked the same thing he looked like with the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler.
Maybe it's just because they were making their shots, Ticket.
No, but I'm saying
there were times where Jimmy wouldn't even be a part of the play. They would still. And this is the part I could agree. I could agree with the leadership aspect of Jimmy Butler, him getting the most out of his guys to an extent. But when you got other guys, just Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry creating plays for like Duncan Robinson, Kevin Love doing a pump fake, step into another three.
But who's doing the most on that team is Jimmy.
Oh my God!
Jimmy's doing the most playmaking on that team.
Ticket, but we have to move on. When we're comparing him, my bad. But when we're comparing him to other guys, it's not about what's going on in the team. It's about what those other guys are doing on their unit.
Hey, I figured you out,
bro. Come on,
Jimmy Butler hater, man.
What are we talking about? See, when people can't have any evidence to go against you, that's what they.
Dub, let's just leave it at that. You hate Jimmy Butler.
I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Hey,
go ahead. I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Just leave it like that. Stand on it.
I'm a hater.
Stand on it. Say I'm a Jimmy Butler hater. Say it right now.
I'm not a hater, but according to you, sure, I guess.
Okay, because we're 2 hours in, we have about an hour left. We do have to get to the title of the show. We will get to the Superchats, but we do have to get to the title of the show. Victor Wembanyama is making his Spurs debut today in the Summer League against number 2 pick Brandon Miller and the Charlotte Hornets. I want to ask all of you guys, first of all, what do you expect from Wembanyama today? And then going forward, how much do you think he's even going to play in the Summer League? And then what do you expect from him as a rookie?
The same shit we seen when he was in the G League.
The exact same 35 a game? That's what you expect?
The same shit we seen. If he played them minutes, I expect to see the same thing I saw when he came and played in the G League. There ain't no difference from what the guys that's going to be out here tonight versus them guys he played against when he came over here and played in that G League. Ain't nobody going to grow up to be 7'5". Ain't nobody going to grow up to be able to block his jump shot. Ain't nobody going to be able to stop his jump hook in the paint. Ain't none of these dudes just going to be plucking him, taking his shit from him all of a sudden. I expect to see the same thing we seen. Now, when we get to the NBA, maybe it may be a little bit more physical. Maybe it may be a little bit more different. But right now, I expect to see the same thing we seen from him in that G League action when he came and played in the G League and demolished all those dudes. Ain't nobody blocking this dude shot, man. You can't teach 7'5". Chilltown grew up playing basketball. You know what the hell I'm talking about. That size like that, bro, ain't nobody affecting his jump shot. Only thing that can block his shot or affect him is him. That's it.
Can't teach a dude how to run. You can't teach how to run fast and jump high. No, I can teach you how to run faster and get stronger. I can't teach you the other stuff that he already got. But I think this is great for the game. What I expect to see is I expect to see him put on a show. I do. I expect to see him do what he does. I expect to see his skill level be on display. I expect him to dominate these guys, these these free agents, these G League players. I expect him to dominate these guys like he dominated when he was in the league over in France. And I expect him to put on a show because he is the future of the league. With Victor Wembanyama, with that skill set, with his ability to get open, his ability to crack the long ball, all of that stuff is going to translate to the pro game. Now, I think he's going to struggle early in the pro game, but against these dudes that he's going up against tonight, he should handle them. But we are going to see glimpses of what it's going to look like in the pro game moving forward. And I expect to see a show tonight. I do. Dub. Now, I will tell you this, though. I'm sorry, Dub. I will tell you this. Brandon Miller looks like a fish out of water, Moss. He looks like he has no idea what we're doing. He's dribbling in the double teams. He's spinning and turning over the basketball. The game looks like it's too fast for him. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because he might be speeding himself up, but the game looks too fast for him. He looks like he's trying to play basketball instead of just playing more than anything.
Michael Jordan passed up that point guard to get him. That's on them. They paid the point guard to get him, Scoop, because they wanted to pay LaMelo Ball. And I told you, if that was me, I would have moved LaMelo Ball and drafted Scoop. If that was me,
moved him, like traded him, or moved his position.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it to you again. Who would you believe in more based off what you're seeing right now, LaMelo or Scoop?
I'm gonna go LaMelo.
Gotta go.
I'm telling you why I'm not going with LaMelo. I'm not going with LaMelo because I don't think he got the same motor as Scoop. I don't think he got the same drive as Scoop. I think LaMelo's nice. I think he can play, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can become what Scoop gonna become. When I look at Scoop, I look at a dude that got the motor and the drive of a guy like Russell Westbrook, who ended up winning the MVP, who ended up being a superstar.
Did he win a championship though?
No. I'm saying, hold on. I'm just saying. Well, his career is not over yet, so we don't know. But all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is that with Scoop and Melo, I'm looking at two different type of dudes. I'm looking at a point guard who I think can do pretty much everything Melo can do except for shoot the long ball like that. You know what I'm saying?
The thing I dig about Scoop more than anything is his competitive drive. He ain't backing down from nobody. I dig that about him more than anything. I think that's one of the things that's going to make him a great guard in the league because he's not backing down. Not only is he not backing down, his game is going to improve because he wants to get better. He wants to play at that competitive level and dominate at that competitive level. LaMelo, on the other hand, showed me that he can be an all-star. Showed me that he could be a 20-8, 20 and he showed me that he can do these things. Now, he doesn't have the fire. I don't see the fire that Scoop has. I don't see that in LaMelo. That doesn't mean that LaMelo Ball, as of right now, is not going to be awesome. That's what I see right now from him. From what I see from LaMelo right now, I would go with him.
Hold on. I said I would rather have him as my point guard than LaMelo. If you telling me I'm going forward with my franchise, I would rather have Scoot as my point guard than LaMelo. And I just think that because I think that Scoot's drive and his will give me it is more of a direction in which I want my team to be than LaMelo. LaMelo to me is more flash and more cosmetic. You understand what I'm saying? Like he can play, but I don't think that his style. I don't think LaMelo could be the leader of your team in the future and be that cornerstone that's gonna take you where you want to go. I think the guy with the mentality of a Scoot, I think that's different. And when is Scoot's first summer league game?
They play. I know they play Vic on Sunday.
Right.
I think they might play tonight.
When you see Scoot, you're gonna see off the rip that just everything that he brings to the table, and the game is gonna open up more. Like I said, in the NBA level, it's gonna open up even more with the bright lights.
Portland's play Houston tonight in the summer.
So they play tonight. So that's his first game. I figured
number 3 pick versus number 4 pick tonight. For me, it would be 12 p.m. But I'm in the UK.
Right.
So that's 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
Right. So y'all think about this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all again. If it's me, I let Brandon Miller pass. I go get Scoop, and I move the LaMelo Ball, or I move LaMelo Ball to the 2 and start Scoot at the point.
That's what I would do.
Because LaMelo can shoot. Because LaMelo can shoot the ball. So I would move LaMelo to the 2, still keep an all-star caliber player on the team, and put Scoot at the point. Because now I can have Scoot. I can interchange those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because isn't LaMelo like 6'4", 6'5", something like that?
He's 6'7".
No, he's like 6. Yeah, he's 6'7".
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, damn right. Oh, well, then that ain't even no question. And then by the time Melo gets to year 6,
he's got a slight frame.
By the time Melo gets to year 6, 5, 6, when he gets that muscle on him, and he gets bigger like Lonzo got, then I would love Melo at the 2 with his ability to shoot the ball. I think he would get better. I think that will make him focus more on shooting the ball, and I would like the ball out of his hands more decision-making wise. I think he's a great passer, and he make great decisions with the ball as far as he can, but I would like Scoot more running the show based off what I've seen. I would like that combination of those two better than I would like what I've seen with Slim Duncan. I just don't like him.
What I don't want to do is I don't want to not put pressure on Wemby. I mean, you're the number 1 overall pick in the draft. When you got the number 1 overall pick in the draft, that means that you're the best player in the draft and we're building our unit around you. So you have to show flashes that you are a franchise player. I think he's going to show that tonight, but I think we also have to take under consideration that he's going to trip and fall at some point. And I don't mean just on the floor, but he's going to make mistakes. He's going to turn the basketball over. Right? He's going to take bad shots because we do have to recognize that he is 18 years old. But we also have to recognize that he's the number 1 pick in the draft, and you have to improve. And we need to see what you need to work on in order for you to get better. But 100%, I believe they got it right with him.
Let's continue. Unless you got something to say, Mars.
I just want to say on Brandon Miller. I know my talent analysis is always spot on, so I'm looking right so far. But I don't want to put too much stock in the summer league. There's been players who have been great in the summer league and haven't panned out in the NBA. There's been players who have been trash in the summer league and have been great. So I don't want to put too much stock in it. So even if Wembanyama comes out tonight and is 0 for 8 from 3 and has 6 points and 2 blocks and doesn't play great, I'm not going to put too much stock in it. The same way if he has 40 and 12 and 6 blocks, I'm not going to say, oh, this is proof he's going to be LeBron James. Right. I'm just don't overreact either way to these games. It's just you get to watch some basketball, you get to see some prospects, but don't overreact either way. In my
so we clear, Mars. I think Steph Curry. I think he went like 4 for 14 in his first summer league game, and I think James in his first summer league game, I think he had like 14 points or something like that in his first.
I remember Trae Young's first summer league game.
Yeah, they killed Trae Young, bro.
They were saying Trae Young couldn't play in the league because of.
Right. The logic with him was Atlanta made a mistake. I mean, he a 30 and 10 guy.
So yeah, just don't overreact too much to summer league. But I will say if Victor starts having some crazy highlights, step back threes, we know how everyone's gonna react. But just don't expect that to be how it's gonna be in the NBA. Same way if he plays bad.
I am. Hold on, I disagree, Mars. I am. Who the hell blocking his jump shot?
Oh no, I agree. You can't block it, but I don't think the consistency isn't gonna be there from day one.
Who is and with the way they calling the rules now, who is blocking that shit?
I mean, Draymond said
no one. Hold on, but Chilltown, he's still gonna be excellent defensively.
Yeah,
forget as a rim protector.
Forget everything offensively. He gonna lead the league in blocks.
Potentially.
At some point, yeah. I don't know about Ricky.
No. I'm talking about off the rip.
Potentially.
Hold on, the man is 7'5".
Potentially for sure.
He gonna lead the league in blocks, so he gonna be one of the best defenders. Let's just say this right now. He's gonna be one of the best defenders in the league, hands down.
Yes,
based off rim protection. Sure. So now let's look at the offense. Ain't nobody gonna be able to block his shit. They're not gonna be able to block him, and the only thing they're gonna be able to try and do is get rough with him, which they ain't gonna let you do so much of in this NBA. So they're not gonna be able to block his jump hooks and his shots in the post. He's gonna be it, and even if he is a pick and roll guy or alley-oop guy like DeAndre Jordan, all those other guys, they ain't gonna be able to stop that lob to him.
Yeah, that's the best lob threat in the league.
Right? Hey, Ticky, is he like what is his floor? Like Kristaps?
Nah,
he'll be better than him.
I said his floor. His floor.
Yeah, I think his floor. I think his floor will be better than Kristaps because I think he'll be a better defender. I think he's stronger too. I think he's more physical than Kristaps.
Yeah,
so I think him being able to get down in the paint and bang down low will be better than KP. He'll think of a better version of KP then.
He also looked more advanced in terms of knowing the game too than Kristaps. Like when Kristaps came in, Kristaps didn't really strike me as a dude who knew how to play at that level. Like he looked like not like Brandon Miller. He wasn't that bad, but he didn't look like a dude like Wemby looks pro ready. Like he looks like he's gonna get on somebody's crew and produce right now. I ain't feel like that about KP.
Chilltown, defensively,
nobody felt like that. That's why the Knicks were mad, you know.
Defensively, I got him shot blocking on the level of Keem, Dwight, Wallace. Big Ben Wallace, I got him a shot block on that level because I watched.
But those guys don't take it. Their
so
shot
you
blocking.
Think he's going to be one of the best shot blockers of all time?
Yes,
it was timing though. It was timing though.
Let me answer. Yeah, hold on.
Mars, that's not ridiculous.
Yes, hold on.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
If we talking about barring health issues, if he stay healthy, go ahead.
Watching the film,
that's not ridiculous.
Hey, Chilltown, here's the difference with him. This nigga, he gonna get, bro. He gonna block so many more shots on the perimeter. So everybody keep talking about. I want y'all to think about it because we're gonna say this first over here. Y'all keep talking about how players get exploited in a pick and pop. This nigga ain't gonna get exploited because his reach and athleticism is so long. He's gonna be like he's gonna lead the NBA. I guarantee you, he's gonna lead the NBA in perimeter block shots. So not only is he gonna block shots in the post, he's gonna lead the NBA in perimeter block shots. So he's gonna be one of the greatest shot blockers in NBA history because I like his timing, Mars. His timing is good. He also doesn't like to foul. He doesn't overly foul. He actually gets his hand on ball, so he has good timing and good position. And also he has good coordination. So, hey man, to me, like I said, man, hey, you can challenge it.
I'm still tripping on Chris Broussard, who said that if he has an Olajuwon career, he was a failure.
What? That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah. My one pushback on the shot blocking.
That's your man's ticket.
Yeah. He was crazy with that one. But
I couldn't believe he said that. Like, what?
My one pushback with the shot blocking thing is: do you think it's going to be an adjustment for him going from overseas rules where the goaltending isn't really there? Because when I watched him play against the G League, like one of the first possessions of the game, he got a goaltending violation, knocking the ball off the rim. Like, do you think there's going to be a level of adjustment there?
Here's the thing, though. He's going to adjust, but I'm just talking about when I say shot blocking. Is a bit, bro. Listen, okay. So Mars, let me ask you this question: what's his wingspan when he just raises his arms?
He has an 8-foot wingspan.
No. But when he raises his arms, that's like 11.
He can touch the rim without jumping.
Yeah, he's at the rim.
But that's almost like over 11. That's 11 feet on his wingspan. Like if he raises his hand straight up.
Is he?
He's 7'5" in shoes. Then you got over an 8-foot wingspan. You said, Mark?
Yeah. He's got an 8-foot wingspan.
Right. So when you raise your arms, Chilltown, his arms is going up like this. His arms is going down there 4 feet over his head. Yeah. So Chilltown, and that's without him jumping. So now when we talk about him jumping with that, bro, he gonna be able to sit in the pocket, and when dudes pull up, jump and get a piece of that shit. In effect, if you don't block
shit, I was playing that.
He's gonna be doing what the people said Wilt Chamberlain was doing.
Can do basically. Right. Hey, chill. And if he ain't blocking it, he damn sure affecting it.
Yeah, he's changing a lot of shots for sure.
This is the problem that I'm having, Ticket. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I seen Chet as a defender, and I'm like, yo, as a rim protector, the way he can block shots. I don't see guys blocking shots with two hands, right? And not fouling. Well, Wemby looks very much like that. The thing that I'm worried about is the same thing I'm worried about with Chet, where he basically teased me. He came out looking fantastic, then he broke down. So I'm thinking, damn, do we have the right guy or do we not have the right guy? Because all the stuff you're saying is a fact. He doesn't jump on every shot fake. He's basically pumped.
How do you post him up, Chill?
Right.
He might shatter the NBA blocks record in NBA history. He plays 10 years in the league, he will shatter the blocks record in NBA history. Because Chilltown, think about this. You can't post him up.
For sure.
Chilltown, you cannot post him up. How are you gonna get your shot off against him? All you gotta do is raise his hands. You gotta literally shoot over a jump over a 7-footer. So you're gonna have the bigs like Jokic gonna have a problem with him because he's unathletic.
Anthony Davis.
And them dudes gonna have
Embiid.
Here's the problem: they're gonna have to go through him and try to like dunk through him every time.
That's the problem that I'm having, Ticket, because now we don't forget as athletic as he is, his wingspan. We are talking about an 18-year-old kid. So the fact that he's a kid and he's going up against these men, right? Playing against these men. He's playing against men over in Europe, but playing against these men. The athletes that these guys are, not only the athletes that these guys dunking on him because he's going to get punched on. We don't know what that's going to do to his psyche because he probably hasn't had to deal with that sort of stuff. So he's going to have to get over that also. So because of that, he still is going to have to grow in. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to put too much on him, but I don't want to let him off the hook.
Who got the rookie record in the NBA for shot blocks? Is it Akeem?
Probably Manute Bol.
I think it's Manute Bol. I do. I think it's Manute Bol.
He's gonna break that record. And then not only is he going to break that record, Chilltown, because Chilltown, he blocks shots on all three levels. He blocks shots on the perimeter. He can block shots in the paint. He can block shots on help defense, Chilltown. And check this out, Chill. He can block shots one-on-one in the post. And Chilltown, think about this. Teams are not going to want to put him in the pick and roll. Because guess why? Guess what he's showing you? He can get beat off the dribble, still recover and block your shot from behind.
I mean, I saw him block a shot on a three. The guy looked like he was probably about 6'9", 6'10". He smacked that shit right back in his face.
Right back in his face, Chill.
He smacked it right back in his face, big dog.
I've seen him get beat off the dribble, catch dudes, and punch that shit off the glass.
And by the way, that's and I said this to you before, Big Ox. What I care about as a defender, I care about your ability to recover. That's what I care about, because in the league, you're gonna run into dudes that got offensive bags where you're gonna get beat. That's why I'm so low on guys like Luka, because they don't ever James Harden. Once they get beat, they out the play. They don't even try to get back into play. And guys like Victor Wembanyama, he gets back into play. So he's going to be something special.
As long as he's patient, as long as he's patient on the defensive end and stays on his feet, you know what I'm saying, stays on the ground, then he's definitely. I can
Why
see
is he going to be patient? He's playing with Pop, right?
Right. He's going to be taught that. He's going to be taught that. He's going to be taught just to stay vertical, stay on the ground. As long as he does that, and then how you saying blocking those blocking the perimeter shots, the 3-pointers and whatnot, it's another patience thing. Just staying on the ground and recovering, chill town. Because if he can recover, then he can gamble more.
Right.
So I can see that. But what I wanted to ask about for his first game, I think it's going to be about the way he gets his buckets. It's one thing for him just to go off, but if he's going off on the block and doing dribbling through the lane and stuff, that's a little different. If it's just him like catching and shooting, getting open shots, and being effective with that, then that's something that's going to be able to translate regardless. Like when the season starts.
That's my point, Bob. That was my point to you before you said that. Like, this is why. That's why I'm gonna ask y'all. If he averages 20 and let's say he averages 20 and 12 in about 4 blocks his first year, is that great for y'all?
Damn. 20 and 12?
20 and 12 and 4 blocks?
That's crazy.
Shit.
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying, so what I'm saying is this. He's
Wait, 20, 12, and 4?
Yeah, he's a
San Antonio. And for the record, if he's doing that, San Antonio a playoff team.
I'm saying, he's a very good free throw shooter. And what I'm saying is this: he's gonna get. Look, this dude gonna get 12 to 15 points a game just off running the court, catching alley oops and tip backs.
Yes.
It's the 12 rebounds that are like, I don't
right.
know.
No, but Mars, he's gonna get rebounds just because he's tall and the ball's gonna come to him.
Yeah, but I don't know about 12 though. Like,
bro, that's nothing. Hold on.
12 leads the league.
12 leads the league. 12 leads the league.
But hold on, he's gonna who's up there? Rudy Gobert. Why?
He's
long, wirely. No, I'm saying, but he's long, wirely, and all the balls come to him. This is the same thing with Wemby. Wemby's gonna be able to catch balls before they even on their way down. When some of these guys are trying to box him out, he's still gonna get the rebound over them. This guy's 7'5", bro.
But he's light in the shorts though. They'll be able to push him out on when you say. I'm only specifically talking about when you said the box out part.
He got
so when we do got the guys that are actually boxing out, not depending on their ability to jump, they're gonna be able to push him out like what's his name, Valanciunas, Steven Adams, the bigger guys like that. They'll be able to definitely. He's light in the shorts. Once he gets a little heavier in his hindquarters though, then that's gonna be a whole different.
He has length. That length.
No, I understand that.
That length gets you by sometimes because I'm gonna tell you something. As a big, like when I'm boxing,
only if he's battling though. If he's not battling, he's not gonna get 12. He has to consciously know I'm trying to get 12, 13 rebounds a game.
I think ticket point is exactly that. What you just said. I think the 12 rebounds, he gonna get 4 or 5 of them just coming to him because he's just as tall as he is.
I agree.
Then he's gonna get 3 off offensive tip backs. Every game, he's gonna get like 3 offensive tips, offensive boards, because just from hanging around the basket, being tall, that's 7 right there.
No, those go together. Those go together.
No.
Because a lot of those offensive boards are gonna be just because he's there.
Listen what Chitchat said though. Hold on. If you talk about 4 or 5 rebounds just coming to you as a big, 4 or 5 rebounds come to you every night. So
right, on both sides of the court though.
I'm saying when you walk on the court as a 7-footer. Most of the time,
chalk come up for 5 rebounds.
They come to you, and it's so. What I'm saying to you, beyond those rebounds, are just going to come to him. Off the free throw line. If somebody shooting free throws, he gets a rebound like that or something like that.
He's gonna be snagging that bitch.
Yeah, then you talk.
Gosh, that's less than 2 rebounds a quarter after the other 5. I could do that.
No, I'm not. My rebuttal was that I was just talking about the math wise.
That's what I'm talking about. If we're talking about a dude stepping on the floor, if I step on the floor, that's why I always had a problem with him. That's why I've always had a problem.
Wait to hear what I'm saying though, Dub. Wait.
that's why I always had a problem with Amari Stoudemire, because of the athlete that he was. He should have walked on the floor and been a double-double. Just off the, he never averaged 10 rebounds for his career, not 1 year. So with that being said, a guy like Victor Wembanyama, with the wingspan that he has, with the athleticism that he has, I'm walking on the floor, not even sticking my nose in here and battling guys. I can get you 5 rebounds. That's 1 rebound a quarter, right? So now I'm sticking my nose in there and I'm battling with guys. That's another 2 rebounds a quarter. That's 7 extra rebounds. That's not ridiculous, Mars.
Right.
He's active. Hey, Bob, he's active, and he's gonna get those long rebounds too because he's active. He's agile. He can move good. So
you don't got to convince me, Ticket. You don't got to convince me. This was my only thing was that I was just talking about the numbers wise when y'all said that 5 rebounds are going to come to him. I believe that that's going to happen too, but I believe it's like those are offensive rebounds too. It's going to be like two offensive rebounds just land in the sand, bam, bam, 3 on the defensive end. So now you got 5. Now I'm with you. From there, I'm with you. I was just saying that's all I'm saying.
No. Okay, so hold on. Well, if you're talking about that, then let's just be honest. Then let's be very honest. Then he's going to get 4 off the free throw line every game.
Okay.
Off missed free throws, and he's the big on the bottom. He's going to get 4 rebounds just off missed free throws.
Mars, just so you know,
he's doing all this in 25 minutes.
Just so you know, Mars.
No, he's going to play. He ain't playing no less than 30 minutes as rookie.
Tim Duncan averaged 12 rebounds as a rook. Just so you know, Mars.
Damn.
I just want to put that out.
Yeah, he's not. Hey, Bob, he's not playing no less than 30 minutes as rookie. No less.
I guess 12 to me sounds because when I watch
because it leads the league. That's why I sound nuts. That's like saying a dude walking in the door is 30 a game. You're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
that don't sound correct.
When I watch Wemby play, something I notice he does a lot, and I'm not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'm just saying something I notice is if he's guarding the perimeter, if he gets switched onto a guard and he contests the shot, he's not going back to crash the defensive glass. He's running down the floor. So in those situations where in this NBA where you're switching a lot and you're actually guarding on the perimeter, he doesn't often contest the shot and then get ready for the rebound.
Stop right there, Mars.
He's diving up the floor.
Mars,
so
I think
don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Mars, stop right there. I'm about to eat you right now. Mars, think about what you just said. I agree with you. You're right. But here's why you're wrong. Who's coaching?
That's why I was just about to say. If you let me finish, I was like, if you're going to say Pop is going to coach that out of him, I can understand that.
Pop is not going to let you basket hang. That's going to be one of the first things, because remember, Pop is a specialist with details. So he's not going to let you basket hang and give up easy rebounds. Pop is always a guy that's going to want to secure the rebound. He's never been a guy that preaches basket hanging and court hanging and stuff like that and getting out early. You're going to contest, box out, and rebound with Pop. Pop and those guys are going to teach the fundamentals. Same thing with Tim and David Robinson, all those guys he got working with him. So he's not going to be doing those things. And listen, when you got Tim Duncan and David Robinson there working with you, bro, this guy's gonna be sky's the limit, bro.
I'm happy you said that, Ticket, because that's where I was gonna go. I was gonna say it can't be Pop. Like Pop obviously is teaching the game, but it can't be him that's gonna instill it. It's got to be Tim Duncan coming back to the facilities, working with him. Yeah, I think that's gonna be what it takes to get him those little extra
Tim
things.
Duncan and David Robinson.
But even then, I trust Pop not to try his best not to put up scenarios like that, right? So, Pop ain't going to sit here because he knows his value is going to be down low. He's going to try his best to try not to have Wemby out there on the perimeter. So, that's why I see the rebounding argument, him having 10 to 12 rebounds. I think he could do it.
We'll see. But if he's 20, 12, and 4 as a rookie, he's the 3rd best center in the league.
We're going to make that. We can make a bet on that, Dub.
I agree with you. Why would I bet?
Dub, I know for a fact he's going to get 4 rebounds just off free throws. Off missed free throws, every game he's getting 4 rebounds. Then we giving him, the way they play the game, the pace they play the game, and the shots missed, he's getting 5 just off that. That's 9.
And those long rebounds too, because that happens a lot in the NBA because he's so fucking tall. He could probably cash in on those.
Man, he gonna be grabbing that shit, Bob. He gonna be. And listen, he's not Mojanovic. This we gotta remember. He's not Rudy Gobert. He ain't stiff like those. This dude that can move and he's agile. So a lot of these rebounds that we thinking, once you get to the league and them balls start going long and stuff like that, bro, he's quick enough. He's going to be getting these boards, man, and pushing the rock.
Yeah.
I mean,
not pushing the rock. I don't know.
No, pushing the rock. No, he gets those rebounds and they long. He pushing that thing.
Okay. Go coast to coast.
I don't think it's going to be like how y'all think it is yet. Like going coast to coast, like right now. I just don't see, you know.
I think
as he keeps evolving and getting stronger and learning new ways, I think we'll see it more and more. But this first year or two, there's a couple parts of his game that I don't think is going to translate yet until he gets that extra, you know.
Yeah, we just got to remember he is a kid, yo, 18-year-old kid. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so I mean, but moving on from one potentially dominant rebounder to another one. Dwight Howard said recently that not only is he better than prime Jokic, put them both together in his prime, that all-time centers, he's top 10. So I want to ask you guys, first of all, is Dwight Howard better than Jokic, both of them at their best? And is Dwight Howard a top 10 center of all time?
No, he's not better than Jokic at his best for one reason. He's way better defensively, but he's way worse offensively. So that, to me, and then Jokic led his team and won the chip. So I mean, to me, that's the outliner right there. Is that or if you're gonna tell me that Jokic won the chip because of Murray, and that Dwight never had a teammate that was as good as Murray,
right.
All right, I give you that. He still got his team to the finals. But as far as just their offensive games, Jokic is a better post scorer. Jokic is a better scorer on the perimeter, on the outside. Yeah. Jokic is a better free throw shooter. He's a better facilitator of the game. So he's way better than him offensively and defensively. Dwight's way better than Jokic. But when you break it down, like I said before, I think the gap probably is so much more offensively in favor of Jokic all around and what he does and what he accounts for. I would have to say prime Dwight. I give slight edge to Jokic.
Now remember, we're talking about a prime Dwight who was coming up in a league that was coming off of Shaq. So he was an extension of that. So in addition to him being an extension of that, a lot of his game offensively was brute force. Like there wasn't a lot of, I mean, he had running hooks, but there wasn't what it is today where, you know, you see the big 18 feet away from the basket. You see the big in the mid post. Dwight Howard's game was primarily like around 10 feet and in. He didn't play that much further away from the basket. That was mainly his game. And on top of that, his ability to rebound offensively. He was a fierce rebounder offensively. Now him on the back of that, in terms of him just being physical, I think the Joker would struggle with him being physical because he was able to just move guys around. As big as Joker is, no question about that. As big as Joker is, and as physical as Joker is, he would have a really difficult time matching Dwight Howard physically. Now, Dwight Howard defensively against Joker, was Dwight Howard at his best defensively better than Anthony Davis was defensively this year?
100%.
I think he matches up better against Jokic though because
if he was because if you think that he was better defensively than Anthony Davis was this year, because that was one of the best defensive efforts that I've seen from Anthony Davis throughout the playoffs. But Dwight, I can't say I can't say that.
Chill, stop right there. He not doing. Listen, here's the difference. Jokic's outside game is so good. Dwight couldn't guard him on the perimeter. See, Dwight can only deal with him in the post area. Once Jokic
that's not true, Ticket.
Hold on, let me finish. Once Jokic started hitting those shots from the three, Dwight he didn't have good footwork on the perimeter. So Dwight Howard would have been toast once Jokic pulled him out there on that free throw line or the 3-point line. He'd have been toast because Dwight wasn't a dude who liked to step out on the perimeter. And Jokic is very good on the perimeter. He's a very good 3-point shooter, very good shooter from mid-range. And like I said before, if you're telling me in the post, I still think that Jokic can score at times on Dwight in the post. It wouldn't be easy against Dwight in his prime. But on the perimeter, that's the separator right there, is that Jokic is so good on the perimeter that it wouldn't matter what prime Dwight could do, because Dwight Howard's game was predicated defensively off post defense and post blocking.
And Howard was a great rim protector, but he could defend on the perimeter. He did cover a lot of space. He could block shots. Now
Jokic is not quick enough to be killing him out there.
Right.
Jokic,
that's where I was going.
Over top of him.
He's not shooting over the top of him. You're talking like Dwight Howard is 6'7" or 6'8". Dwight Howard's every bit of 6'11". So in order, and I think you also took it. You discounting the athlete that Dwight Howard is, because in terms of being a defender, it's a big deal being a damn good athlete. So that's where the logic of being able to recover comes in. So if Joker gives him a shot fake, Howard can recover because Joker ain't blowing by you like all of these other big
Jokic don't got the edge
these guys
Howard on the perimeter.
I ain't saying that he doesn't.
So. I don't believe so.
You need to get the dress
what I'm saying, Ticket, is that I don't think that it's as far as you think it is. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that gap is as far as you think.
Dwight ain't getting cooked out there on the perimeter.
No,
Jokic, because number one,
hold on.
I'm gonna tell you, Ticket, because number one, Jokic ain't. If you watch the playoffs, I mean, it wasn't like he was pulling with people in his face. A lot of times when he was taking his threes, it was wide open set shots. So he's not just pulling on
he was hitting
Dwight
that
Howard.
shit in AD face with a hand.
He did that once or twice. Ticket, what happened the whole
10 times?
All right, Ticket, hold up, Ticket. Hold up, give me a second, because it didn't happen a lot. Number one, so Dwight Howard, he is athletic. I think he could. He is fast enough to stay with Jokic. What I will say this, in a 5v5 setting, that's where the perimeter will. His perimeter defense will actually be taken advantage of, because with the dribble handoffs or Murray and them, I don't know how Dwight will be able to handle that, especially with the way Kobe was killing them, right?
Now, Mars.
But if we talk about one-on-one defense, Dwight versus Jokic. I don't see Dwight on the perimeter just killing him like that. What
right? What
I do. This is my thing. I'm 100%. I'm 100% on the Dwight side of this. If I'm talking about 2009, 2010, 2011, Dwight Howard, I don't think he has too much of a problem with Jokic, honestly. I think he comes as close as you can to shutting all this shit down.
I'm just thinking about how many times. I'm just thinking about the rim protector that he was, his ability to recover, his ability to hold guys to one shot, right? So when you got a guy in Joker, who I did see Joker drive past Anthony Davis. However, I don't think Anthony Davis's ability to recover was what Dwight Howard's was, and Joker ain't at the rim throwing it over the top of guys. So because he ain't at the rim throwing it over the top of guys, Dwight Howard is smacking that right in the third row.
I ain't saying that, dog. Y'all some lying ass.
Wait a minute, what we talking about?
Wasn't y'all saying that Dwight gave him trouble in 2020? Wasn't y'all saying that Dwight gave him trouble in 2020?
Dwight and
y'all said
that's true.
Dwight gave him trouble in 2020. So imagine what Dwight's gonna do
behind his head.
And just so you know, Ticket, in 2020, Dwight Howard was only playing 16 minutes a game. Man, that's it. He wasn't on the floor. He wasn't on the floor the entire time.
Let me call low.
Y'all is mad, man. Y'all say, and watch you, Dub. I know how you get down. As soon as Low come in here, you gonna change.
No, I would. I don't. I just don't agree with you.
As soon as Low come in here, hit you with some facts, you're gonna change. So he tell
the fact is Joker on the perimeter. Joker could score the basketball. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to overrate Joker on the perimeter like he's shot faking and blowing past guys, and Dwight Howard wouldn't be able to recover from that. I'm having a difficult time believing that. No,
I think we've got away from the question. We're kind of talking about Jokic and Dwight in a 1v1.
Yeah, we are.
Not the case. No, we're not
just who. Let's chill first. Chill. Who's a better player? If you got 2023 Jokic versus 2009 Dwight Howard, who's the better player?
Joker.
Dub?
Yeah, Jokic. It has to be.
Hey, Low, this ticket, man. Hop your big ass on the screen, man. Dub is up here. Dub and
calling a lifeline chat. Ticket can't fight his own battle. That's crazy, chat.
Justin, bro. These dudes in here lying on Jokic. You need to come.
We're not lying. No, we're not. We're not lying. Ticket, chill out with the lying.
I got Dwight.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Dwight.
Nobody's lying.
We going Low gonna pull up. Go ahead and send him the link. Double-licious.
Ticket, who do you think is the better player? Dwight Howard or Jokic?
In their prime?
Yeah.
Jokic.
Okay. And now
hold on. But this nigga right here, hold on. But this Dub is a liar, bro. He said that Jokic only hit that shit a couple times. Man, Jokic hit that shit all series. That ugly ass Jay behind it.
How many times then?
Like, man,
I remember 2.
2? No,
that's what I remember. What's your number?
Damn near half court. He was hitting more threes.
You know what? We could just check this right now.
Bro, you're a liar, bro.
No, this is why I love the internet. I'll check this right now for you.
You're a liar, bro. You're a liar.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, Dub, the second part of that was
Bars. Hit Low, Bars. Hit Low and tell his ass get off lunch break early and bring his ass right now. Bring your ass right now.
Get off lunch break.
No open gym. You bring your ass right now, Lo.
Get off lunch break.
If this was me slandering Jokic like this, Low would have popped up like.
Wait a minute. Whoa, Ticket. Hold, stop right there.
You guys hate Jokic.
Yeah, let's chill out with the slandering, Ticket. Let's chill out with the slandering Jokic. We're talking about a guy in Dwight Howard who was arguably the best big man defender of his era.
But
having to deal with Jokic.
He won't defend nobody on the perimeter. Y'all lying, bro.
No, it's not that he wasn't. So first and foremost, stop with the logic that he wasn't defending nobody on the perimeter. Because Yao played on the perimeter too. So that's not true, Ticket. Yao played on the perimeter. Yao shot the mid-range. Yao shot. I ain't saying that he did, but he did play on the perimeter. So that's not true, Ticket. And on top of that, once again, we discounting the athlete that Dwight Howard was. So when Joker shot fakes, or when Joker with the dribble handoff fakes and gets by Dwight Howard's ability to recover and be smart as a defender.
Way.
Did you send in the link, dog?
Oh wait, I don't know if he's in. I'm looking, but Mars did message.
I ain't no looking. You get him on any other time you want to get him on. Send his ass a link.
He has the link. He's in our group chat. Ticket.
Running from this beating like this, y'all.
So,
hey, everybody listening, watch how Dub change as soon as Low come in here. Watch how Dub change up. As soon as Low hit up with some facts.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if Low agrees with Dub. But the second part of the question was Dwight Howard said all-time centers, he's top 10. So I want to ask you guys, do you guys have Dwight Howard as a top 10 center of all time? And if not, where does he fall?
He underachieved. No. You can name 10 centers with him already.
I had him on the back end.
Wilt, Kareem, Hakeem, Duncan, Olajuwon. No, excuse me. I already said that. Wilt, Hakeem, Kareem, Duncan, Russell, Robinson,
Moses.
Yeah, Moses Malone. This is easy work, man. Come on, bro. I'll cut this cap in that
shit. That's about 7 names.
I actually had I had him on the back end of the 10.
Yeah, come on, let's keep it
real. He's somewhere from 8 to.
Yeah, that's why I have him. I have him right. If you have him,
we can all agree that in any order we got Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, Bill Russell, and Hakeem. That's 5.
That's 5 right
Dwight
there.
Is not over them.
You're a liar, bro. You're a liar.
You've got Moses Malone, David Robinson.
You said Patrick.
Then it gets tricky.
Then is Tim Duncan a center for this?
No.
Tim Duncan's a center. He played most of
I can't put him on both.
He played one more. He played one more season at center than he did at the 4.
So Ticket, who's the greatest power forward of all time in your opinion?
The greatest power forward of all time?
Yeah.
I would have to say
Ticket, don't do that, man. Come on, man. This isn't difficult.
No. I'm saying because he played. Listen, bro.
He played one more season.
But listen, what I'm saying.
That's it.
He could be on both lists if you think he was that good at the center.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
Well, look, hold on. So you said one more season at center than power forward. How many seasons did he play at the center then?
10.
Okay, 10 at the center and 9 at the power forward.
9 at the 4.
Okay, well if 9 seasons at the power forward is good enough to put you in the top at number 1 power forward, then 10 at the center got to be good enough to rank you at center too.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Duncan can put 10 in them seasons here, 9 in them seasons here.
So I'm glad you brought that up, Big Ox. So in the 9 years that he played at the 4 spot, won an MVP. Not 1 year, he won it in back-to-back seasons. In the 9 years that he played, at the 4 spot, first team All-NBA 8 times. In the 9 years that he played at the 4 spot, won the NBA championship 3 times. Right? In the 9 years. Won the finals MVP 3 times. In the 10 years that he played at the 5 spot, made first team all defense 1 time. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. 1 time. Not only that, in the 10 years that he played at the 5 spot, these how many league MVPs he's got? 0. Not only that, not only does he have 0, okay? So first team and by the way, at the 4 spot, first team all NBA 8 times. First team all defense 8 times at the 4 spot. Only 1 time at the 5 spot. For both of those. That's it.
I may have KG.
Okay, he not top 5 in the centers, but he could still be at the end of the back of the 10.
So let's get to the end of the back of the 10. So now we're talking about guys like Ewing. We're talking about guys like Robert Parrish. We're talking about guys like Dwight Howard, who were dominant at that point, right?
Okay.
These are the guys that we're talking about, in addition to David Robinson, in addition to Moses Malone. So was Tim Duncan great at the 5 spot? Yes, he was. Was he top 10? I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Oh, chill. So after this grill, hold on, Bob, because I need to address. You remember what Chitchat said? You know, Jokic was killing them from three all series long.
I said
right?
from outside. I said from outside.
No, you said the 3-pointers over
no,
the
I'm
head.
saying
And everything.
outside.
That's what you said. You said AD shooting it over his head at the 3-point line. Hold up, because Jokic. Hold up, you get ether right now. Jokic had one. You can count them on your fingers. Let's count together. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes in that whole entire series.
That's a lot.
And two of them.
That's two a game. That's two a game.
They got swept. That's a lot.
And two of them. And
Hold
two
on,
of them.
Wait.
Let me finish. Two of them, in the sense of you saying fade away over the top of his head and AD, that happened twice on AD. Not all. He wasn't killing them the whole time. If it happened twice,
that's 25% of his
25.
Mars, the one he hit, the shot clock was going down, and he was 2 steps before half court. The one he
you get credit for making that. That's ridiculous.
The shot clock was running. He even looked at Anthony Davis like, "What can I say?"
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just that guy. Like, what can I say? I'm just that guy. But back to Dwight Howard. Cho said he has him at the back end of the top 10. Ox, do you have Dwight Howard as a top 10 center of all time?
He's anywhere from 8 to 12. I'm having trouble. I think I probably put him around like 9, 10. So yeah.
I got 10 centers over him. So I don't know what y'all talking about, but I got 10 centers over the dude, bro.
Name the 10 ticket.
Okay, Kareem, Wilt, Shaq, Hakeem, David Robinson, Moses Malone. How many is that?
That's 6.
Bill Russell.
7. Jokic.
Pat Ewing.
8.
Jokic.
9.
Also, I have.
Was
George
he better than?
I think George Michael was better than him.
Okay.
Who?
Also, George Michael. Also,
played 75.
Let me finish. I also think that Willis Reed was better than that nigga.
Okay.
Willis Reed better than who?
Dwight. Let me think. Hold on. Let me keep going. Let me think. It's one more in my head.
Was he better than Alonzo Mourning?
Hold on. God, you took it. Let me keep going. Alonzo.
Okay.
Let me keep going.
You might as well say Rick Smith.
Hold on. No. Don't give me no names. Let me think. I want this off the top, nigga. I want this off the top. Let me think.
We had 12.
How many is Alonzo, Bob?
We had 12.
You're at 12. That's 12.
All right. Yao Ming.
Okay. 13.
You bullshitting now.
Yao Ming was better than Dwight. In my opinion, Yao Ming was better than Dwight Howard.
You go take it. We had 13.
I'm just waiting for some Bill Walton love.
Hold on. No, I ain't gonna say Bill Walton. He was hurt too much.
Yao Ming.
Okay. No. I already gave you Yao. I can get one more. I thought I can get one more. Hold on. Damn, man. What the nigga name was that had the Afro Chilltown?
Ben Wallace.
You think Artis Gilmore. I'm with
Gilmore, yeah. That's all of
Artis Gilmore. That's 14.
All the niggas is over Dwight.
Wait a minute. Wait.
So he has Dwight at 15. He has Dwight at 15.
Nah. Keep going though. Keep going.
That's all I got. That's all I got right there.
He's got Dwight is the 15th best big man.
Yeah.
So he was better than Robbie Parrish too.
I just gave you that team.
And he was better than
if you throw in Bill Walton, you can have Dwight out the top 15.
No, I said I wouldn't throw in Bill Walton because he was hurt most of his career.
Right.
So was Yao Ming.
That's the only but I'm saying no, but Bill Walton was hurt way more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was.
So that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I didn't put Bill Walton, who won a championship with the Blazers, in there. But I just gave you 15 off the top.
Dub, is Dwight Howard top 10 for you?
Probably not, because you got Kareem, Shaq, Bill Russell.
Oh, this nigga reading from a list?
No, I'm counting my fingers. Kareem, Shaq, Bill Russell, Hakeem, Wilt Chamberlain. I'm gonna have Ewing over him. I have Jokic over him. Who else?
Luke Longley.
Not Luke Longley.
I'm
not having Bill Walton. No. What the fuck y'all talking about, bro?
Sean Bradley?
Yeah,
Rick Smith. Don't forget Rick Smith. I haven't heard any Rick Smith.
Rick Mahorn.
Quick question, Dub. Today, is Embiid better than Dwight Howard?
Nah, I don't know.
Yes.
Mainly because it's very hard to rank Embiid because of what happens in the postseason. He's always hurt.
That is true.
So like I don't know like who he is as a player yet.
Gotta give you that.
I can't.
Shit, what about Vlade Divac?
Hey, chill out.
Vlade?
Nah,
Vladdy's all of famer. But I wouldn't say no because the gap is too big. The gap is too big defensively. And then offensively, it ain't that big.
Chill. Am I missing anyone that's better?
You haven't said Moses Malone. You haven't said David Robinson.
David Robinson.
That would be about 9, I think.
That's 9 right there. Moses and David, and then
that's why I got Howard.
Bill Walton.
That's why I got Howard.
Not Bill Walton. Yeah. Dwight could be right there.
So you got Dwight at 10. Okay, there we go. We've now.
Hey, Jill, you think Dwight's better than Artis Gilmore?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. And Artis Gilmore was a baller. Yes, he was.
Chill, you a hater, Chill.
No, I'm not.
Hater, bro.
No, I'm not.
Chill. Let's keep it 100, bro. You hating on that, bro. You my boy. You hating on that, bro. Artis Gilmore was a monster, bro.
Yes, he was. 100% Artis Gilmore was a monster. I wish he would have came right to the NBA, to be honest with you.
Chill town. Let's look at this real quick. How can he be better than Artis Gilmore? How many All-Star teams Artis Gilmore made, Chill town? Like
in the NBA?
Like 10? He made 10 All-Star teams. I'm talking
about most of them are in the ABA.
Yeah, I'm saying, but ABA. Well, still, we talking about ABA, NBA. He still made a lot of All-Star teams in the NBA though too.
Yeah, he made
I think he was a 5. Yeah, I think he was a 5. I think he was a 5-time All-Star in the
NBA. Than he did the ABA.
Now
he played longer, yeah, but I think he was an ABA also like every year.
No, I'm right. Okay, how many All-Star teams he made? Like 10, 9, something like that.
Dub, do you have basketball reference?
Let me check right now.
All right, so he probably made like 9. Let's say he made 9 All-Star.
I think he made like 10.
11.
I could be wrong.
He made 11 All-Star.
Oh, y'all done then. Hold on. He made 11 All-Star teams.
But it was in the ABA as well. In the NBA, he made 1, 2, 5, 6.
Did he make any all NBA teams?
Yeah. How many all NBA
all
teams?
NBA teams. He's made 5 all ABA.
Mm-hmm.
He's never made the all NBA.
How many? 0 times he was an All-Pro. And he was running around, by the way, Ticket, during the time when Moses was in the league, Jabbar was in the league, Bob McAdoo was in the league.
But
Bill Walton was there for 2 years.
Bill Walton.
He was putting up them same type Dwight numbers, if not more dominant.
He wasn't more dominant.
Defensively, he wasn't as good as
was almost
Dwight.
putting up 20 and 20 some of them seasons, Chill.
Never put up 20 and 20.
20 and 20.
Never.
He said almost. He said almost. And he almost
in the NBA?
No.
Never.
Okay, talking about we just talking about NBA.
That's all. That's what we're talking about.
All right, so we just talking about NBA. What was his first year in the league?
The year after the merger, 77.
His first year in the league was probably near Dwight Howard's best year in the league.
No,
20 and 14.
No.
Yeah,
Dwight Howard best season in the league. I believe that year that they went to the NBA Finals. I think he was 2014 and almost 4
and Artis Gilmore. What was his first year in the league, Mark?
76, 77.
No. What was he averaging?
20. I got you.
No, his first year in the league. What he in the NBA?
Yeah, first year was 18. It was 18 and 13 on 2 blocks.
And what he averaged the next year?
Next year, 22 and 13 on 2 blocks.
He averaged 22 the next year?
Right.
Yeah.
Now remember too, Ticket. Artis Gilmore. I don't believe he ever got. I think Artis Gilmore got out of. I think he went to the conference finals one time.
Hold on. What they do that year with the Bulls that year? They was trash, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Jordan rookie year.
No. We talking about his second year.
We're talking about the 70s right now.
No, we talking about the second year in
the first season they made the playoffs, but then after the first season they didn't make the playoffs until 81.
So that's a 4-year. That's 4 years where they're not in the playoffs.
But you can't really blame that on him, Chill, if he ain't had a talent on his team.
Wait, what?
You know what I'm saying? Dwight did have all-stars, former all-stars on his team. He had Rashard Lewis, all those guys on the squad.
Ticket. Rashard was on his way out. He had my boy. What's my boy running the PG?
Hold on, Rashad was
Nelson.
From St. Joe's, yeah. Jameer Nelson. He was carrying Jameer Nelson. And
I wouldn't say that. Jameer Nelson was
why are we praising
on Dwight's back? On Dwight's back, though.
Yeah.
On his back.
Why are we praising?
We're spending a lot of time on Artis Gilmore, right?
No. Hold on, Mars. But I'm saying, hold on.
He never won on the highest level besides the NBA.
Hold on, let's talk about this. Hold on, bro. Let's talk about that, though. All I'm saying is this. When we talking about better individual players, some of you, see, this is why now this is what I'm talking about, y'all. See how these niggas just use the winning bias to put one player over another?
We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Y'all niggas use the winning bias to
Ticket, that's what you do. That's what you do.
That's the first thing you bring up, Ticket.
That's the exact thing you do every time.
The first thing you do. What are you talking about, players?
No way.
You guys are cooking. Hey, Mars, them niggas just said Dwight was better because he was winning.
No way.
They just said that. Because listen, if you look at those numbers, I just pulled it up right now. If you look at his numbers was on par. And Dub, you a capping ass nigga. That nigga averaged 22.9, so that's 23.
Right.
You didn't even round it up. He averaged 22.9 and 13 rebounds, along with 2.2 blocks per game. And so cut it out, bro. And listen, he did that. His dominance, he had the same numbers as Dwight.
What you doing,
Dub in the Matrix. Dub in the Matrix right now.
Dub got blacked out because he was capping, nigga.
Dub's camera tried to save him.
Dub in the Matrix right now.
Y'all niggas coming here every day, and I got you niggas using that winning bias. I told y'all. You did though. Chill town. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is burnt in everybody's mind, though, bro. Is the winning makes you think of players better. This is facts. Whether we agree with it or not, if you won or if your game had a better effect on winning, we use that to grade players, because if we just said, oh, well, Tracy McGrady is one of the greatest players ever, he don't have the winning resume to back up the fact that he was an all-time great individual player.
Right.
Neither do guys like Vince Carter. Neither do guys like AI. They don't have the winning resume to back that up. So we downgrade them. If AI would have won that chip, everybody looks at this game completely different.
And it does elevate them. So that matters, though.
But listen, I want you to think about what I'm saying, though, homie. I ain't talking about just to you. I'm talking about to everybody that's listening. We talking the same AI game. Don't change nothing about this game. If they beat the Lakers and win the chip, everybody has a completely different, not you all, but everybody worldwide has a completely different thought about AI's game. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now they're looking at him like, damn, this guy is unbelievable. But since you didn't
y'all hear me?
Yeah, you hot.
Since you didn't
Ticket, what the fuck are you talking about, Ticket?
No. We have to get to super chats, man.
This is the fun. No. This is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing, because the reason I said my bad. The reason I said that is because of you, what you hold people to, because of how you talk about winning bias, going to the finals, nuts and guts, Allen Iverson going to the NBA finals, Dwight Howard going to the NBA finals. But here we go for Artis Gilmore and Dwight Howard. You don't give a damn.
Hold on, was he better than Dwight?
Am I still lagging?
No, yeah, you lagging.
Yeah, your
no winning. You in the Matrix, nigga. So no winning bias. Let me ask you, Mars. No winning bias. Was Artis better than Dwight? No winning bias.
No, I think Dwight's better than Artis Gilmore, but it's not because of winning. I just think he was better defensively. Artis Gilmore was a more efficient scorer, but I do think even his post game wasn't great. And then after he got injured, his mobility got much worse in the early 80s. If you start factoring in the ABA, which I don't do because there's not much film of it, so I haven't seen much, maybe you can make the argument. But strictly on the NBA, I think Dwight Howard was a better player than Artis Gilmore. But if I can find some ABA footage of him playing,
let me ask you this question, Chilltown, because you would know this. If let's say the ABA never existed and he just came in the NBA, you think he'd have still been putting up them numbers?
I think he would have been good. I don't think he would have been 22-13 or 22-14.
But he was that. Hold on, but he was that when he came to the league, though.
Yeah, he was already seasoned though. Ticket. It wasn't like he had already played in the NBA against lesser competition.
Hold on. So you don't think that him coming in the league, even though his first year in the league he was putting up those numbers, you don't think that he would have been by his third year he would have been that 22 and 13 or 15, 16 guy, 17 guy?
I don't think that he would have been that. No, I don't.
Man, that's hate, bro.
No, it's not.
Let's move on from Artis Gilmore and try to get through these super chats before we end the show.
Yeah, that nigga Dub short circuiting in front of the wall.
Oh yeah, Dubs left us again. Dubs left us again. No time off backer has said, no, Chill is geeking like 6 finals appearances and 4 rings. Respects modern franchises.
Right. Yeah. I was wrong about that.
Yeah, he did change his mind on that.
Yeah, I was wrong about that. 100%.
Big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog said coaching is 40 to 45%. Do you agree? And he loves the show.
I think it's up there. I do. I think it's up there because coaching is a part of the it's a part of the culture. 100%.
Yeah, without Eastpo, Miami ain't in the finals. That's
Facts.
I think it's 50-50.
That's valid. Chill out, Kyle said Chill versus Mars trivia battle.
I mean, we debate anyway, so it's trivia involved in that also.
Yeah, I mean, Chill knows some of the most random facts I've ever heard, so I'll probably give him that one. I'm not gonna lie. Jersey Love said,
real quick, Morse. Yep. Chill. What happened yesterday?
What happened yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. Oh, I lost, and the consensus was that my man, they said that he was. It was some outside stuff that he was using.
Yeah. I was watching. I seen.
The consensus was he had some notes.
Well, so I didn't see the whole thing.
It got foggy, Mars, like around 47, like around 49. That's when it got foggy for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because when I clicked on, you guys were like halfway. I think you guys were halfway
59, through. Yeah, like 59, like around 59.
What was you guys doing?
We were talking about the teams that were in the NBA Finals.
Oh damn! You were getting all the way down to 59.
Yeah, we got down to 59, like 59, 52. That's when it started getting foggy for me.
And by the way, that far is crazy.
And by the way, Big Ox, I didn't study. That was just off the top.
Right. That's what I was kind of getting at when I jumped on. I didn't really know like what exactly was happening, what you guys were talking about. So I think I got like the last 2. So that's why I'm asking. Like, was that was all? That was the only thing y'all did was the.
That was it. That's all we did. And remember, like the years that he would ask me, about who won it in 50, and I'm thinking the Minneapolis Lakers won it in, who won it in 51. I'm like the Minneapolis Lakers won it in 51. No, they won it in 52, and that was it. Like he asked me like who won it in 59, and I'd be like, wait a minute, the Celtics in St. Louis was in 59. No, they was in 58. So I was like off 1 year, stuff like that.
I mean, the fact that you got that far back is kind of crazy. So real quick, Chill, 1974 finals. Who was it?
Oh, that was Boston and Milwaukee.
Jesus Christ. He just knows that. That's crazy.
Hey, Chill, the 1910 the 1910 BBL surgery and
that was Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry was taking.
That was Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry.
Damn, bro.
Rudy Doo. So anyway,
Jersey
so you like?
Oh, sorry, Ox.
I was just gonna say you like that with football too. Your football knowledge is the same. Yeah.
Well, I remember a lot of stuff in football, but I'm definitely more of a basketball guy than I am football. I could talk football, which I meant to tell Dub. I forgot about last week. I just forgot about it. I apologize.
Oh, I didn't even know you was coming, so that's actually a surprise.
I forgot about PC Gridiron. I forgot about it.
You want to do it this week? This week was a fun episode.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Did you get the same BBL as Kyle Lowry?
What the fuck you doing checking on my ass?
Jesus Christ. Let me please get into these super chats.
Go ahead, Mars. Go ahead.
Hey, Mars said that, man. Mars said that.
Jersey Love said, do you think another team can match 20 straight years of success like the Spurs or 25 straight like the Red Wings of the NHL? No, because the way guys move around today, it's not like it was back then. Plus, that Red Wings team was a bomb squad. When their coach Niedermeyer was the coach of that team for a lot of years, so it's just completely different.
Hey, Doug, you got a fatty man.
Oh my! I mean, you the one asking me for that. What the hell wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
The moment we hit 3 hours,
you see him
just goes to hell.
You see him? He asking me where I had my work done and stuff. Like, dang, bro, keep your eyes up, man. What's wrong with you?
The moment we hit 3 hours, the show goes to hell. That's what happened.
Hey, that nigga nickname is Buns or Us.
Man.
Focus, Mars.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let me try to get through these
go.
super chats. Mark said, if Ox thinks Jalen Green is a generational talent and MVP, that's Shaq LeBron type level. Is he going to be an all-time great?
I don't think I got to compare him to Shaq and LeBron, but I think he's going to be a lot better than much I think he is.
For that Jalen Green take two, man.
Oh my! You'll see that I was right. You'll see that.
Anybody that agree with him, man.
You'll see that I was right. Dropping Dime said, Chill is a Mets fan in a city with the Yankees. He loves picking the inferior side. No wonder he has LeBron over Jordan.
Okay, first and foremost, that's not true. Dropping Dimes, that is not true. See, all my friends were Ricky Henderson and Willie Randolph and Don Mattingly fans. I fell in love with Darryl Strawberry. That's who I was digging. I was digging Darryl Strawberry. That's how I became a Mets fan. It's not the underdog, because Darryl Strawberry was the top prospect coming out of high school. So kill it.
Thank you for the history of baseball. Trowbridge 92. LeBron passed most of Jordan's playoff stats by year 15, around 2017. Jordan played 15 years. Longevity won't matter when he's passed him in the same time. He also played more playoff games because he was in the finals more. So it goes both ways. Ronald Thompson said, where has top left been? Where is Shaq? Shaq's working behind the scenes. Everything you see that happens on the platform, guys like Shaq are orchestrating it. So thank them for the growth of the channel.
Shaq will get the hell beat out of him too.
1 year Nettles said they do know Jordan's jumper was just as bad 85 to 89, which also lost the Bulls multiple series. LeBron in 07 was 23. 23-year-old LeBron is better than 23-year-old MJ.
Man, you on drugs.
Oh no, that's not true at all.
That is not true. 23-year-old Jordan, that was, let's see, 23-year-old Jay, that was 80. That was 37 a game, Jordan.
Yeah, 8, yeah, okay.
No,
Nicholas Arroyo said if LeBron wasn't in the weak East dominating DeMar DeRozan, he wouldn't have dominated these playoff longevity stats, and it would be no debate.
Yeah, you're right about that, even though he came to the West and won in the West too. So me and Brady.
I don't know. I said Ticket and Mooka on LeBron's La Akron hammer right now. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Zero, just vibing for becoming a member. No time off backer said from the goat of our time. Curry's right there. No, he's not. Almighty Lambo. Ticket realized he was on a team with Lukey and had to bag back. He know no matter what he say, Lukey gonna ruin the argument.
Lukey. That's great.
Mars made him rage quit.
Chill, go.
Hey, I do have to go, fellas. I will see y'all on Monday. Big Ox, I will see you tomorrow, fellas. Be easy.
Peace.
Hey, peace. Thank you, Bino, for becoming a new member. We appreciate you. And then chiming in with a super chat. W host Mars kicking Dookie. He brings nothing. I was gonna bring him back up, but he left. So Big J the Ghost God said the East was shut down from making the finals for 8 years by LeBron. Okay. Big Ron said Mookie's punching the air right now. Who knows what Mookie's doing? Someone go find Mookie. AC Black, LeBron beat those guys once, but he has a losing record against them overall. 1-2 against Tim Duncan, for example. Yeah, that is true. I tried not to harp on the LeBron MJ debate for too long because we spoke about it many times. J8, thank you for the super chat. Styles Black, Dom said multiple rings. That's why Mook said Kawhi. Love the game. How do you debate when it comes to IQ? IQ isn't only on the court plays. Kobe had the highest IQ, picked up the triangle quick, and studies players' games. Anyone here think Kobe has the highest IQ ever?
Kobe has an amazing IQ, very underrated. But when we sit here and talk, like, it's so hard to quantify. I think people are smart in different ways, right? So it's very hard to quantify if somebody's smarter at the game than somebody else, because it's just what test are you even giving them? Are you giving them, because he won in this and that, he's that much smarter, or because he's a better playmaker that he's smarter than this guy? Well, no, because as a scorer, Kobe was more like fundamentally sound and smarter in that aspect and scoring the basketball rather than playmaking like LeBron James. So, I mean, it's just they do it in different ways. So I think it's just hard to quantify if somebody's smarter. Player A is smarter than player B when they're at that high of a level.
Pretty much summarized everything. Thank you, Dub.
Hey, Dub, you rocking with Bomani Jones?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, cut it out.
Reggie said you cannot be the GOAT of anything with a losing record.
That's facts.
Retro.
Hey, hold, here comes Low right now. Hold on.
Oh no.
I'm hungry.
Retro Neon said no. When Britney remade Bobby Brown's My Prerogative, it became personal. James, Houston's defense should be stiff between DB and JG. Great. Thank you, James.
Yeah. Pause.
Devin said Big Ox let a dude iron his shirt.
Huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Bob, you gonna ban iron your shirt?
I mean, when I take my clothes to the dry cleaner, so I don't know ironing my shit.
Okay, I know. I thought you were talking about in the house, like you had another dude, like in the house.
That was a super chat.
I just dropped off some shit at the dry cleaners yesterday, so you know what I'm saying. That he better iron my shit.
YSM Money asked for the top 5 lefties of all time and the top 5 franchises without a ring. Anyone have a top 5 lefties that we can rattle off real quick?
We got Harden, Ginobili,
Bill Russell, David Robinson.
Bro, it's crazy how LeBron is left-handed and don't play that way.
That is wild.
LeBron is technically left-handed, yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, the show's not ending anytime soon. It's great.
I'm hungry, bro.
Yo.
Hold on,
Dwight Howard or
I gotta ask you something very important because it was a lot of bullshit being taught by the John B up there in the left-hand corner, top left-hand corner. We were talking about Jokic and Dwight Howard. Now, these clowns, him and Grilltown was on here saying that Dwight Howard could guard Jokic out on the perimeter in his prime. What is your thoughts on that?
Let me explain. Let me explain.
No. He said it pretty well. He summarized it pretty well.
Ticket said that Jokic would torch and cook him on the perimeter, mainly because, like, he was shooting all series long crazy 3 balls over AD again in the Lakers versus Nuggets series.
But AD's a better perimeter defender than Dwight.
Thank you, Lo. Now cook this whole ass.
Go. So wait, what's your opinion?
Could Dwight defend AD or Jokic or just on the perimeter? What are you saying?
On the perimeter.
Can Dwight guard up Jokic? Or would he get torched by Jokic? Would he get on the outside? Would he get torched by him? Would he get torched by him? Because I don't think anyone can. But would he be getting torched where it's like, oh man, there's such a liability out here?
Look at Dub changing his tune with the little "I don't think anyone can guard him."
Right.
Dub, I heard that.
You said what?
Before.
Yeah,
you weren't saying I don't think anyone can guard Jokic 20 minutes ago. But now Lowe's here. Oh, you had to throw in the little "I don't think anyone can guard him." You didn't say that before.
Low, did Dwight?
I just said that Dwight.
You think you're slick?
The whole premise of my statement was I don't think Dwight is getting torched out there.
On the perimeter.
Yes, on the perimeter. I don't think he's getting torched.
Like 1-on-1, or he's like closing out.
1-on-1.
Because if he starts like closing out and stuff like that, he is getting torched. Because Dwight used to bite on a lot of like pump fakes and stuff like that. So I know, like stuff like that. I do think Dwight would get torched.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
If it's just solely 1-on-1, I don't know if he get torched, but Dwight would get draw. Let me not say that. Dwight would get completely demolished by Jokic. He wasn't that sound of a
Thank you, bro. Defender. I told this clown this.
He used to,
especially on the perimeter.
Dwight was
great. These dudes said Dwight was a great perimeter defender. Bob was saying that shit too.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say it was a great perimeter defender. I said that he could guard Jokic.
He could defend semi on the perimeter, but I think what ends up happening is that y'all take things that happen in like another era and then like believe a lot of that stuff is going to translate. But Dwight is not. I don't see how Dwight. Maybe he'll stand solid on some of his drives, but man, Jokic is dragging Dwight.
Didn't he give Jokic problems in 2020?
Yeah, back when Jokic wasn't as strong as a post performer, and he also had an amazing amount of help.
And Dwight was worse. Dwight was worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Dub, let's figure this out, Dub.
Let's cook him.
Who had what's the bigger gap? Dwight in 2009 and Dwight in 2020, or Jokic in 2020 and Jokic in 2023? What's the bigger gap?
I think Dwight is, but again, Dwight is on a team that has.
Dwight was a shell of himself, bro.
That's what I just said. I said Dwight is, but Dwight has an immense amount of help around him. So does Dwight get to run around with not only himself but Anthony Davis as well defensively to aid him?
Thank you.
Well, I'm specifically talking about the one-on-one matchups with.
Oh well, no. When it was a one-on-one matchup, no, Jokic would drag Dwight. It doesn't matter what era, what version of Dwight, he would get dragged.
Okay,
he would get dragged.
Yes, he would get dragged.
I mean, that's how you feel. And I know I can't change your mind, so I'm not going to try.
Nah, I disagree.
Dub said he wouldn't be able to get by him on the perimeter. I told Dub that
Dwight. I said he wouldn't be getting. So I said, number one, Dwight ain't going to be getting torched because Jokic isn't really like fast enough to be blown by him the way that you was trying to assume. Now, I did say in my take in the 5v5 setting, of course, like I think Jokic and Dwight would have a hard time like battling that offense, especially the way Jokic play off of people.
No.
But we're talking about one-on-one.
If I throw Jokic the ball in the post, even if it's high post, high or low post, and you have
Dwight's doing a good job.
Dwight's clamping that shit.
Dwight would do a good job.
I think you should go back and rewatch how much fouls Dwight used to get, how easy he used to jump off of pump fakes.
How Powell destroyed him low.
Yeah, and I'm about to say because
Gasol destroy Jokic too.
Okay, even back when Powell was on the team, and fair enough, Kobe was there, so that's a much better playmaker than Jamal Murray. But like, I don't like Powell. And Dwight was not that good of a post defender. He wasn't that good at that time. And like, he just wasn't. He wasn't, and he got away with it because there weren't that many great post scorers at the time. But Dwight isn't. He's not. he's not. Nah,
you disrespecting. He'll do a good job. He's not going over here clamping, but he's going to do a good job where he won't be getting blown by like that. He can do a good job.
Maybe not blown by. I agree. Maybe not the blown by, but like if you give him the ball in a 1v1 setting, no, Dwight is just he's getting manhandled, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, bro.
Manhandled? Nah. See, that's where we disagree. He'll do a good job on him. He would definitely do a good job on him.
He putting 30 on. He putting 30 on that man. 30 on 65%.
See, and this is the riding. This is the riding. But
30 on 65%.
Here we go. Take it. You want it? I kept the same energy ticket. So what?
Dub, all that happened was you got cooked twice. What happened?
You made it seem like Dwight had a chance to guard him on the perimeter.
I still think he has a chance. Because I don't think Dwight is as bad as a defender as low.
I see what you're saying, though, Dub. I just think like on closeouts, on post ups, like he's just not. Dwight, those are like some of Dwight's biggest weaknesses. Like he's not that sound.
Thank you.
I need everyone's top 5 franchises with no rings. So,
oh man,
there's not many teams without rings.
The Blazers
that are a good franchise.
Portland's have a championship in 1978.
My bad.
We're just gonna name franchises with no rings in, right?
I just
like
kept,
Nuggets.
I was just thinking about laying down.
Utah.
Denver have a
is Utah in there?
Yeah,
Denver has. Oh, Denver. They just won.
Utah. I guess Indiana. Orlando have no rings.
Yeah, Orlando does have no rings. Yes. If you were to make a starting 5 with Orlando's best players, they would probably be up there.
Oh,
so
that'd be a fire.
I guess Utah, Indiana,
Kings.
Does Oklahoma City count as Seattle?
That drop was too long, Dub. That drop was too long.
Does Oklahoma City count as Seattle?
Yes.
Yeah, they count Seattle.
So then they have a ring anyway. So
somebody says
Atlanta. Does Atlanta count?
I don't like Atlanta's franchise.
Well, I'm not giving them St. Louis rings. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dub the BBL snatcher.
Clip.
Oh, then what about
the Clippers? Just aren't there. I'm sorry. The Clippers.
What about the Nets?
Yeah,
what about the Nets?
And the Nets as well. Damn, we're bugging.
Yeah, I guess the Nets, sure.
Yeah, Clippers and Nets. Nets, Orlando,
Atlanta, and
Utah.
Well, Indiana need to be in there. So
Indiana.
Take off the Clippers and then put.
No. Clippers have a way better what?
The Indiana.
Historically,
you just talking about how good the team has been, not like
the franchise. Yes, the franchise.
Oh, yes. Okay. Clippers would be off because the Clippers are only relevant for like.
Because
the
Clippers thing.
They had a good run with Lob City.
I'm about to say between Lob City and where we are now, how much? Because outside of Reggie, what's the Pacers?
They had that 05 team. I mean, Reggie was still there, but I mean,
yeah,
they had 05 team. You don't give last year Reggie and say, "Oh, that's the Reggie Miller Pacers."
Okay, fine. But they had the 05 Pacers.
They had the Frank Vogel teams that were making the conference finals.
I'm about to say in the 4 years of PG.
That's more than the Clippers.
And I want to take Atlanta off the list. They traded Luka Doncic for Trae Young. So
hey, that's a good trade if you ask the right person. But I don't want to hop too much on that because we do have a lot of super chats to get to. EJ said OKC Paul George was an absolute unit. He had injuries throughout his career. He's a top 10 talent of all time.
What? No,
no, he's not. No, he's not.
Send your cash app in the comments. You can take that back.
Jeremiah Smith, I did want to get to this, but I also didn't want to spend too long on it. But Chill, remember MJ in the 89 Eastern Conference Finals, shot 33% in Game 4, only took 8 shots in Game 5, and in Game 6 he shot 5 of 12 from the line, had 8 turnovers and shot 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter. But it's never MJ's fault there.
It's never MJ's fault.
Chill goes back and forth with the MJ and LeBron thing, man.
I said they never. Hold on. I'm gonna say it again. I said they never lost a series because of Michael Jordan. Not a game. Not every human has had a bad game. I said a series. They've lost series because of LeBron James' play. You've never seen Michael Jordan lose a series because of Michael Jordan.
Remember when we were saying that LeBron gave nothing in the 2011 finals, and he was like, Chill was like pushing against. He always give you something. Like, he just ain't gonna get nothing. And we had this whole back and forth about, like, all right, so Game 7, did Kobe give you nothing? He's like, no, he gave you 13 rebounds. Like, he did all that. One of the most iconic Chill clips
is the game where MJ had a triple-double.
MJ gave him nothing because he shot poorly, but he ended up having a triple-double. So when it came to MJ, it was nothing. But when it came to LeBron, all of a sudden, we're rewriting history, bro.
I do remember that clip. He was talking to Elder. I know which clip he was talking about.
You just got Ether's son.
Chilltown, get your get back on Monday. Peter Answer said, why is Dame asking to go to Miami such a big deal? It makes sense to me. 2 hardworking all-stars that aren't big names and great hardworking culture in Miami. It's not like he's asking to team with AD and LeBron.
Well, because you're asking to team up with the 2 dudes have been to 2 finals in the last 4 years, 3 conference finals in the last 4 years, and you're trying to force a trade to a team where the deal would not be good for your team. So why would I make a deal, be forced to make a deal with a team that can't give me the best package that I can get for you?
Thank you.
I don't want no Tyler Hero, no $130 million. The hell is wrong with you people?
And also, he went on a 3 or 4 year escapade, slandering everybody who's doing basically what he's doing right now. That is the biggest reason why he just got done slandering everybody.
But don't leave it there, Low. But then when he had a chance, when he had a chance as a free agent after he got smoked by Steph Curry, what did he do, Low?
He signed an extension.
He signed, but again, it's not just him signing. He's like, nah, I'm gonna stay right here, man. I'm
right here.
Grind.
He said,
I'm taking the money. I ain't gonna run like nobody else. Me, I ain't gonna do none of that.
Okay, thank you.
And Low, this is the last thing I said.
Again.
They talking about the franchise owe him. Nigga, they paid you your checks. This ain't overseas, nigga. You got all your bread. Nigga, you owe them. You owe them better than get smoked by Steph Curry like that. You owe them better than to get smoked out by the Pelicans like that. You owe them better than to get smoked out by the Grizzlies like that. So, nigga, y'all talking about they owe him. Nigga, he owed them.
Facts. Okay. Isaiah JP, if I took a shot every time Chill says not only when making a point, I'd have alcohol poisoning. Damn.
We're gonna do we're gonna do the Chilltown bingo card one day.
Yes, I mean, no one can cook Chill anyway, so that's fine. You guys
no, just a bingo card of his sayings, and it's randomly in the stream, somebody's gonna yell bingo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Meat and potatoes get said. Meat and potatoes never got said today. That's crazy. But thickest pilot, thank you for becoming a member. Angie Carr, thank you for becoming a member. Clicky Key said, "How do we feel about the Mavs this season? Because Luka's going to win before LeBron at 28." Dub, you're high on the Mavs. What do you think about the Mavs this season?
If they make a couple more good defensive signings, I think they could compete for a title.
They got Grant Williams.
No. Raja Mulia Palungan. Yeah. Thank you for becoming a member. I did my best. Teddy Hart, we appreciate you and your super chat.
There's got to be at least like 50 members today, man. Salute to y'all.
There's so many members today. Terry with 2 dads. Chill, is Lembi's comp Clyde and T-Mac, or is it something better? I apologize for not getting to this when Chilltown was here. My bad. Jersey Love, ticket that one uncle you go to his house for one day and don't feel like going back home for a couple days. LOL. That's a nice compliment. Angie Carr, Ox, you guys, PC Unleashed was crazy. Run out here like a PNW Blizzy Goblin. I do this for the chat. The panel just a bonus. Chat for the win. Squad up.
Yes, it's fire, Angel. We got some real good content coming up real soon, y'all. Stay tuned.
Who's a Glizzy Goblin?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Ron be going crazy.
Man, hey,
that's why J-Rob was in his room. Like he's been going crazy recently.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
He's been going crazy recently.
Did y'all see what just happened?
What happened?
These fools don't release the footage of Wembanyama and Britney Spears.
Oh damn! Okay, yeah.
That's funny.
Well said, but Sean Marion was a 4-time All-Star in 07 and 2 times in 05. I think that goes back to the super team argument about the Suns.
I think the Suns were a super team.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. I think Domo said that as well. I agree. I think they were a super team. J8 said, shout out them graveyard shift lives. Shout out to Ox and his graveyard shift lives.
Y'all pull up.
Retro Neon. Imagine ISO Joe staying in Boston and not getting traded back in 01. He and Paul Pierce would have been something else back in the 2000s.
They would have lost.
There would be a lot of bad shots going up.
Yeah, I mean, they already had Antoine Walker. I mean, Antoine Walker was...
Oh, my goodness. Imagine that team.
Big Fan Breezy said, Super Chats make the shows better, and I pulled on all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Big Fan Breezy. And yes, the Super Chats do make the show better. Richard Ingram, other than basketball, what's you guys' favorite sport? Dub?
Life. Because life is a sport.
Okay, Dubs. Shout out. Ox?
Oh, man. Hey, check it out, Lo. Bro, this just got bad for Wemby, bro. Yo, did y'all see what just happened?
I'm trying to read Super Chats.
Hold on. It just got bad. Wemby just got caught lying about the incident, bro. Bro, the chick didn't touch him, bro. They got slapped down. They released the video, bro.
He didn't touch her, did he?
No, she didn't touch him. He said.
I'm just saying, as long as he didn't touch her, he'll be all right.
He said that she grabbed him on his shoulder. They don't release the video on TMZ.
Well, it was obvious she never grabbed him on the shoulder. She's 5'3", he's 7'3". I mean,
yeah, she never grabbed him.
We knew that.
She got the goddamn on holy hell slapped out of her. She got the goddamn Snoop Dogg.
by his security guard.
Bro,
yeah, it wasn't Wemby. It wasn't Wemby.
Her security guard.
Yeah, as long as it's not Wemby, he's fine. As long as it's not Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby's just moving. Yeah, Wemby's just moving.
So Ox, other than basketball, what's your favorite sport?
Damn. Oh damn.
Yeah, I would have to say. I would definitely have to say. Besides basketball, Mars, my favorite sport is volleyball.
Bob, she lied about hitting Bob. She lied about getting hit on the floor. Listen. If y'all go watch the video right now,
send the link, please.
Hey, Dub,
send it to the private chat, please.
He runs up to him like she's trying to touch him on the shoulder, right? The black security guard, I'm talking about, takes his hand and goddamn slaps the glasses off her fucking face, like slaps her ass so hard, and she's just standing there crying and shit, bro.
Oh my god!
Please don't leave watching us.
Bro, she lied and he lied. They both lied. Like she never touched him, but she never fell down. But he slapped the goddamn, and he slapped the honey taste out. Yeah, dog, he slapped the shit out of her ass.
My favorite sport is making money. Go ahead.
Nice, good one. Devin said Chilltown's got a mixtape called Funk and Fundamentals.
How many more super chats you got?
About 20. No, we got a lot of them are just members, so it's not 20 super chats. Your Highness Charles, follow up. Chilltown outside of isolation scoring. What does Cam Thomas do well? He's a bad defender, horrible playmaker, bad off ball. He's overrated. I apologize.
I agree.
These questions for Chill. He's no longer here. I apologize. I couldn't get this
video. Well, I agree with all that though.
I agree too. Dirk Jones, why isn't Bill Russell the GOAT with 11 rings? He is the GOAT. I don't know who told you he's not.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Joseph Coleman, for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Sakul said Dirk had 4 All-Star teammates in his 20-year career. Michael Finney in 01, Nash in 03, Josh Howard in 07, and Jason Kidd in 2010.
Names.
Thank you, ASAP Tim, for becoming a member. Thank you, Lewis Ford. And thank you to the From Nothing podcast for becoming a member as well. Derek Washington, we definitely need a player's choice bingo card. That's what Lowe was referring to.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that done soon, and Chill will just give us all the answers without even knowing. Keelan Ellison Bennett, what do my Warriors need to do to make a run at the chip? That rookie we got nice, even though he has no right hand. I love the content and I rock with you guys.
Oh, Ticket, you're such a gasser. Oh my god.
No, nigga, I said she lied. She lied.
No, you're like, damn. Oh, she got the smack.
We don't need to talk about this.
Like that in your face, nigga, by a nigga that's 6'5".
Oh no, but I'm thinking it's like cock back.
Hold on, Doug. He's standing beside Wemby. That nigga's like 6'6".
Yeah, but bro, it was. We'll talk about it.
Dub, can you let me read my super chats?
Go ahead.
He smacked her in place, nigga.
There we go. Amok Sinister.
Like, stay your ass right here.
Amok Sinister said Manute Bol had 5 blocks a game. His rookie total was 397. I don't know if Vic can do that. Manute Bol was able to camp the lane. Yeah, he's not going to average 5 blocks a game, and he's not going to play the whole. He's not going to play the whole season like Manute Bol did as well. Nathan Kingsley, it's hard to get boards when you stand on the 3-point line all game. That is true. Jake D'Antoni, got a heater for you guys. Who's your favorite player to watch? Favorite play style? Mine would be AI, Melo, Young LeBron, Kobe, and D-Rose. Dub, who's your favorite player to watch?
Probably
Right
Kyrie
now.
Irving. I cry every time.
Yeah, you said that. Low?
Favorite player to watch right now, outside of the Lakers team, and outside of Jokic, because that would be, y'all gonna be, and outside of Giannis, because then y'all also gonna sit there. I'm just riding. Shea was fun to watch this year. Shea was really, really fun to watch, actually.
Ox?
He put in some older players, so I'm gonna go with Amari Stoudemire. I used to like watching Amari play.
If it's an older player, it ain't nobody but Kobe that ass.
You said my favorite player to watch player style?
Darren Williams was fire. I was.
No, I like Kobe, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, mine's Kobe and T-Mac. Kyrie is up there as well.
No, it's not.
Nah, yours is a dude who like dry humping motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the truth.
No, currently 100%. Currently 100%. No, I'm standing on it. Currently is Jalen Green. But I've already said my favorite player ever. My favorite player ever is Tracy McGrady. I'm standing on it. 100%. I'm standing on it.
So
Jalen Green's my favorite player in the league. Jalen Green's my favorite player.
It's Jalen Green, Mars.
The Humpty
No,
Hump,
I've said it before many times. My favorite player ever is Tracy McGrady.
No,
Jalen Green is my favorite player.
I asked you standing on the dry hump.
Well,
absolutely.
Sure, he's still my favorite player. I mean, that doesn't change nothing.
No, Mars. No, Mars. Just trying to go on. T-Mac can be your favorite player, but the play style is a dry hump. That's what you like.
Yeah, that's
great.
A play style.
Fantastic. There we go.
Hey, Mars, man. You disgusting, bro.
I'm a disgusting guy, man. What can I say?
fingernail polish on. He running around here looking like a young Lloyd, and out here dry.
That's where I exit the building.
Hey, Lloyd was fire.
Doug, who's your favorite player, Doug?
I'll check y'all out.
Dub said
all time.
Yeah, all time. Who's your favorite player?
Hey, my favorite. He left.
Probably be Kobe.
Jimmy, if you seen Kobe Bryant dry humping Samaki Walker, would he still be your favorite player?
Oh, I don't know.
Thank you, Mars. You nasty.
Hey, man, I am who I am.
What'd you say, Bob?
He wants to know what Low was gonna say.
Low.
I'm right. All right. You know what's so crazy, Ox? The first team jersey I ever owned was actually a C-Web jersey, and I was like, when I was growing up. The Kings was low-key, high-key my first team that I fell in love with, man.
You know what?
And you bandwagon to the Lakers.
I'll petition you, Lo. You know what I'm saying? You should come on back.
No, I'm good.
Don't come back.
Ticket. I'm not gonna lie.
We got a ring. We got a ring coming soon. Next 4 seasons.
No, but you're gonna let me read my super chat.
If my favorite player, everyone talking about. If my favorite player did that, I'll try my best to sweep it under the rug. I wouldn't embrace it like Mars is doing.
Yeah, I embrace everything. Power cook Dwight in the finals. Imagine what Jokic would do to Dwight. Jokic over Dwight. Thank you, Kevin Woods. Thank you to Vamp. Thank you to Gio. We appreciate you guys for becoming members. Let's debate basketball with the AO. Someone must have said something pause-worthy. Asafeni, thank you for becoming a member. Look at Dub, man. L host and L guest. Facts. L Dub. NBA Lani, a 6-pack and a bucket of extra crispy. That's another one of Chill's sayings that will definitely be on the bingo cards. And Colt said he's changed his mind. Kobe over Curry now, and Houston will still fall off. W show. At least you came to your senses with Kobe over Curry. Good work. And Dropping Dimes said he's dropping dimes on Twitter, by the way. He's dropping fire soon. I highly doubt he's dropping dimes on Twitter. And finally, Retro Neon, Rick James, what did Five Fingers say to the face? Slap. There we go.
All right,
we got through all the super chats. Thank you, Lo, for pulling up. Thank you, Ticket, for staying the whole time. Thank you, Dub, for being here. And we will see you guys Monday, right?